Hello, race fans, and welcome to Off Camber TV's coverage of the Pacific Majors Sportsman Split. Tonight is the second race of the 2017 season for these drivers as they take to the road course here at the World Center of Racing for the Blackbird 2.4 hour at the Daytona International Speedway. As with every race in the Pacific Majors, Club Pride is on the line tonight with drivers representing the Northwest, West, California, Texas, Canada, and the Great Plains clubs. These guys are all set to do battle at the 3.81 mile track in three different classes of cars. The HPD, the GT1 class, consists of the Aston Martins and Corvettes, and they're also running the German GT3s and the Audi and Mercedes. And they will be running in what is known as the Predator format. The purpose of this format is to have one ultimate winner and to give the slower cars a chance to win the overall race. GT3 cars will start on the green flag. The GT1s will be released from the pit road at the 6-minute mark in the race. And the HPDs will be released when the clock ticks off at the 13-minute mark. I am Weston Mess, and joining me in the booth tonight is Donovan Johns and Katie Reed. How are y'all guys doing tonight?
Man, I love the Predator format. I love what the Pacific Majors has with this. This is one of the most exciting races that they do with this format. To watch these guys, I am so just salivating to see if the HPDs can catch up from a 13-minute delay. So I'm anxious to get this green flag going and make it go.
All right, keep it in your pants.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a nod to Donovan on the front of excitement. I'm also excited, maybe not as much, but I do enjoy watching these drivers on this exact racetrack. It's gonna be really fun, and it's gonna get a little dicey out there every now and then, so that'll be exciting.
These drivers have been practicing for the better part of a whole week, maybe two. These guys are pretty fast around here. Now, I don't know about y'all, but we're almost sick of Daytona at this point. We've had the iRacing 24-hour last Saturday, the actual 24-hour yesterday and today. Now we got another 2.4 hour here. So these boys have just been seeing Daytona, dreaming of Daytona. We've been here for a while. And you're used to seeing the Corvette prototype being the main car that everybody drives for the head class. They decided to replace that with the HPD tonight, give it a little bit more chance for the GT1s and the GT3s to pull off the overall win. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a fun race here. 2.4 hours. You're looking at 2 hours and 24 minutes of nonstop action. There's no cautions on the track at all, and these boys are ready to go at it.
Yeah, I know with the Pacific Majors and the way they run these Predator formats, delaying the faster cars those many minutes. The goal there is to make sure that at the last lap, the last few minutes of the race, the fastest of the prototypes, the fastest of the GT1s, the fastest of the GT3s are all battling for that final win or for the take the checkered flag in those final minutes. So it's exciting to see how well they manage their tires, manage their fuel, manage their stops, and to pull off. I'm expecting a GT3 upset. I'm excited to see if these guys can pull it off.
I believe the last race that we did with the Predator format for the Pacific Majors was Sebring last year, and a GT3 actually won that race as well for the split that we were covering. I believe that was Seth Alberts, to be honest with you, and I believe he's here too.
Oh man, yeah, Seth Alberts. He's a fast driver. A couple others in the GT3 seems to be more the favored car to drive today. I know going down the line with it looks like everyone's starting to grid up for the launch of the race here.
And now the only cars that will be gridding up here will be the GT3s. They actually get to take the green flag. Everybody's gridding up on the backstretch here. I'm going to see where, I believe, Let's see. I'm trying to get to the front of the field. Jack Johnson's the first GT3 is what it's looking like right now. Going to be a little screwy start. Going to be a little screwy grid. But in that category, I'm going to go through it real quick. These are actual qualifying times. Now, they've had multiple times to qualify this weekend. Going to go through that real quick for you. You got Mike Franklin, who won the pole for this split. Scott Wambaugh in P2. D. Palmer got the third position. Fourth went to Stephen Paulison. Howard Wendell in fifth. Paul Garinger in sixth. Mark Walls in seventh. John Ottenbacher in eighth. Randy Webster in ninth. And Jeremy Tester in the 10th position. 11 went to Mark McFadden. Drew Lalonde in 12th. Scott Kukas. Trevor Vavrovsky, Travis Henderson, Jared Morgan, Tony Tenney. Then you have Jeremy Morrison, David Sharp, and Jack Johnson rounding out your top 20. Sheldon Wallishin, Mark Redeker, Danny Resser, Gary Nichols, C.R. Reed, Chris Beck, Denny Fusen, screwed that up, Dan Garber, Brian McGreevy, Ray Fournier, Dale Green, Nick Hunt, Nicholas Harrison, Chris Branson, Michael Yett, Robert Laron, Eddie Boussier, Ben Stover, Eugene Wilkinson, J.D. Snyder, Stacy Hunter, Jeremy Leto, and South Alberts. Your 43-car field here tonight. And here are the GT3s. It looks like Jack Johnson, the number 20, is going to be starting P1 in a kind of a staggered start. He gridded up on the outside lane. So here we go. 2.4 hours of Daytona here. The Blackbird 2.4 is underway here at Daytona.
Yeah, these guys are going to have to accelerate and get into turn 1 and 2 to negotiate that tight corner, get on the extremely narrow inside track here, and try not to collide up into one another.
Oh yeah, you see towards the back of the field, they're really slowing up, making sure they don't hit anything. A lot of the guys towards the back just taking it really easy right now.
Oh yeah, coming through the International Horseshoe here. This is a very tight, one of the first really true negotiated corners here. Everyone's going to be slowing it down, powering down through turn 4, this little dog leg off to the left, then hammer on the brakes and do a U-turn.
And leader Jack Johnson right now working his way towards turn number 6. That brings him back onto the NASCAR track.
Ooh, we've got a spinner, guys.
Yeah, we do.
Off in the horseshoe.
Trying to find the guy.
It is Chris Beck. Chris Beck in the 34 is having a little bit of trouble. He spun in the horseshoe. I'm sorry, not in the horseshoe, in turn 5. Apologies, turn 5. Two other drivers are off. It looks like C.R. Reed in the 52 is off. So is the 420 of Ben Stover.
And a lot of nerves, a lot of pre-race jitters. These guys are going to have to get over it real quick and get on their horse and ride, because we're looking at just about hitting the 2-minute mark, which will mean we'll have the GT1s coming out in about 4 minutes and 13 seconds right now.
Good Lord. Talk about some traffic. We have Nick Hunt right now in the 04 battling with, looks like Brian McGreevy, as well as Chris Branson, coming down the front stretch now as they go across the line anytime now. They had a little bit of a traffic jam back there coming to the bus stop, which is not surprising. That'll happen throughout the race.
A big cluster of cars back here from what looks like about the 7th position on back to about 15th. Oh, slow car right there. That looked like
Michael Lett.
Oh,
The 86. Oh, and spinning in front of him, that is Jeremy Leto. Holding onto the brakes. Really good job at not going back onto the track, but he's going to have to get spun around. This is going to be tough. It'll take a little while.
Yeah, these guys are having to, they are feeling the pressure, knowing that here in just a couple of minutes, the GT1 cars are going to be taking off. Those Aston Martins are going to be charging through them, trying to get their laps back as they're falling multiple laps down with a 6-minute delay on start.
And you can already see the separation from the race leader to about the 6th or 7th place. I mean, at the start and finish line, it was already almost 12 and a half seconds. Right now, I can imagine it's getting close to 15-second gap between the number 20 and the 199, who was the first car in that, second car in that pack, as they're Brian McGreevy. No, somebody got
Chris
in front of him.
Brenson.
Yeah,
Chris Brenson in the 199 is leading that charge there. But yeah, these guys are from 6th place on back to 17th. They are within 6 seconds of each other. Meanwhile, Jack Johnson is just taken off into almost a 15-second lead at this point over that pack.
only competition for him right now is a 63 Sheldon Wallishin. Sitting there navigating through the S's, coming up to the horseshoe here. Just about a second separates them as they're putting distance between them and the 59, and Mark Redeker sitting in 3rd right now.
Yeah, right now our top 5 is pretty spread out. Like you said, the closest 2 drivers up front is our 1st and 2nd place drivers, but back in the pack, they're still battling. We have a battle right now between the 199 of Chris Branson and the 68 of Brian McGreevy. This is 6th and 7th on the track right now as McGreevy's behind him trying to get a pass off, but you got to be careful here because if you make one small move, you could eliminate 2 cars in no time. As Chris Branson wiggles the back of his car, you can see everyone catching up to him now as they head down into turn 6.
Just about a minute away from unleashing the GT1s of the Aston Martins and the Corvettes. Sitting on pit road, waiting patiently.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye right now on the 09 of Robert Laron, trying to pass Seth Alberts right now. Ooh, overshot it and into the wall he goes. Unfortunately, it's a hard shot right there. Went into the tire barrier. Is going to get back up to speed here, but that's going to be a little bit of damage on that car.
He looks to damage the front right up just a tad. He'll be able to move on and keep running here in that Canada Club car. Northern Lights team on that machine.
Ooh, watching Nick Hunt right now, guys, in the 04. Trying to pass Dale Green on the outside. This will be tough. Watch the car in front of him. That is Brian McGreevy. Hard braking into turn 1. McGreevy almost overshoots it, but he gets his car slowed down just in time. But back there, Nicholas Harrison get into the mix right now.
All right, and here we go. GT1s are a go. Here they come, rolling off a pit lane, led by the 30 of Trevor Vavrovsky. Oh, a little bit of a wobble coming off a pit lane. Now, you got to be careful not to hit this wall coming out of the pit.
And these guys are coming out right in the middle of the battles with the GT3, so this is going to get incredibly challenging while they're merging up.
Oh, watching Jared Morgan right now out in front of a couple of drivers. Look at that brake check. Oh, and they already made contact right now. Got to be careful.
Yeah, Leto and Morgan right there fighting each other. Now, if you want to know a separation of class between the GT1s and the GT3s, look at their headlights. As we're looking at the 96 run off track a little bit, the GT1s will have yellow headlights, and the GT3s will just have regular old white headlights. A little rule of thumb in case you're looking at the front of the cars, and little clue as to who is behind you on the track as well.
Right now, looks like Sheldon, and I cannot pronounce his last name, but he is putting some heavy pressure on Jack. The 63 and the 20 cars up front, getting ready to coming through the international horseshoe here, and nose to tail still.
And GT1s, are 3 laps down to the field right now. We do have a couple of the GT3s that are a lap down, taking some repairs on the pit early in this race. be the 7 of Danny Rester, JD Snyder into 23, and a 44 of Dan Garber. They are all back out onto the track and rolling around as Wallishin is trying to put pressure on Jack Johnson, working their way into NASCAR 1. Going to lose a lot of time coming off of turn 6 there. Pretty much everybody's nice and spread out. Not many battles as we've lost Dan Garber, and I believe we lost the 762 of Nicholas Harrison as well. Trying to find him on the track and cannot do so.
I'm
Yeah, it looks
keeping
like
an eye on
Harrison has fallen through to unacceptable levels.
Yes, indeed.
There it goes.
And so did Dan. So yeah, we're losing a few people because of disconnect issues. I'm actually keeping an eye on the 09 of Robert Laurent. If you remember, he hit that tire wall in turn 6, so he's struggling just a little bit. Back behind him, we see that is the 033 of David Sharp in a different class car, so he's going to be faster here.
Yeah,
You
that's
can tell
the
by
fifth,
those yellow headlights.
Yeah, that's the 5th place GT1 car right there. As it looks like the majority of the GT1 class went 4 laps down. Only 6 drivers have gotten at least 1 lap back already on the leader. Got a pretty tight battle back here heading into turn 5 with the 04 of Nick Hunt and 68 of McGreevy. 04 in the Mercedes. 6th in class right now. Trying to best the Audi of Brian McGreevy here. Got Ray Fournier, or actually that might be a Merc that's a lap down right behind him.
Yeah, looking through, Travis Henderson in the 124 just did a loop-de-loop here on the infield. He's got himself rightened up, and he is taking off, trying to get that GT1 Corvette as fast as he can to make up some time.
Yeah, he was, well, still is, 2nd place GT1 right now. Got about 2 more minutes before the HPDs come off of the pit road onto the racing surface. Oh, got a big jump somewhere. 85. Says wow. Must have been into turn 1. I can't.
Yeah,
I'm not
keeping
getting it.
my eye on the 033 of David Sharp right now because he's come up on 2 other drivers. Oh, was Jeremy Leto slams on his brakes. Watch how David goes. All 3 of these drivers having some trouble right now. Leto trying to get by Ben Stover. That was the 3rd car in line that had some troubles there. David Sharp now passing on the outside now.
That 420 was very slow through the bus stop. Don't know what was happening there. That's not exactly a place you want to let people go at.
Yeah, well, he went, I believe he overshot the beginning of that bus stop and went onto the grass, and that is what caused him to slow down.
Now, it looks like Dan Gerber has just joined us. He is rolling through the pit lane, ready to come back out.
Good to see him being able to get back into the race.
He's in the GT3 coming out right now, going into the International Horseshoe.
And it seems a couple of the HPDs are blowing up on pit lane.
Oh.
I believe the 089.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, my
the 48
goodness.
of Mark McFadden is smoking.
Yeah, I guess if you're leaving your motor running, sitting there waiting, then that very well could happen from heat.
And they do get a fast repair for this race, but they can't use it while they're sitting there.
Oh, that's gonna be horrible. That's a 30+ minute repair.
That's really going to put a damper on a lot of these guys. I wonder if anybody was just sitting there playing around with the heat. Yeah, here we go. 5 seconds till the HPD's going to roll off here. Looks like... who is that? Ooh, come back, come
And
back.
here we are
Mike
rolling
Franklin
out.
is going to be your leader coming off for the HPDs right now.
And they are
82.
coming up right in the middle of a bunch of traffic.
That is not good. The 49 of Howard Wendell slammed into that inside wall trying to get up to speed. So it looks like McFadden, Drew Lalonde, Scott Kukas all having issues right now. They are still sitting on pit lane.
Those might have been the 3, or there's another one sitting at the front of pit road as well. Oh, no, never mind, that's me. I ghosted. But anyway, still, well, we did have a close battle at the line last lap between the 2 leaders, Jack Johnson and Sheldon Wallaching. We're probably butchering your name, bud, so we apologize about that in advance.
We definitely do. Our apologies.
Yeah, but Sheldon's doing a decent job at keeping up with Jack Johnson. He's keeping his eye on him. And that's all you really have to do. Unfortunately, he did drop a little bit that lap down to a second behind him. But diving into turn 1, it doesn't look like he lost any. He's gaining a lot of that back right now.
Yeah, Sheldon seems to do really well through the infields, a little better than Jack Johnson is able to do. Usually right around halfway through, he's closed up on the bumper, but then Jax has got a little better gearing for the big track.
Tell you what, guys, Nick Hunt is coming. Look at this. He did an excellent job at passing Brian McGreevy. Nick Hunt doing a beautiful job as getting all the way up to 6th place right now. Oh, as Brian almost dives back on him, but luckily he's going to think better of it. You don't want to hit each other out. You want to pass them cleanly as best you can. And now McGreevy's going to fall victim to possibly the 07 of Ray Fournier.
Yeah,
This
Fournier
is all for
all
6th,
over the
7th,
bumper.
and 8th.
All over the bumpers at 07. Battle of Merc and Audi right there.
Our class leader, Jack Johnson, in the 20 car is running down the backstretch coming into the bus stop right now, and looks like I'm trying to see where is our GT1 leader is Trevor, and he is coming out from the infield onto the NASCAR turn 1. So
Yeah,
there is a huge space there, as well as being 3 laps down. He's closing up a lot of room.
Yeah, I want to put some eyes on the 58 of Stephen Paulson, guys. It's going to show you an example of how fast these cars are right now. He's got in his sights the 124 of Travis Henderson, who he looks like he's going to absolutely pass like he is standing still. That's the speed comparison to these cars.
The leader of the HPD right now, Mike Franklin, just passed the leader of the GT1. As you can see him right behind him, 82 in that riding shotgun motorsports HPD, looking pretty stout right now. As his closest competition is the 45 of Scott Wanbaugh, and he's just now hitting the line as the 82 is in the middle of turn 1.
I can't take my eyes off of Nick Hunt right now. He has been battling Brian McGreevy for quite a long time, and McGreevy, he just keeps getting back up to his bumper and just can't get the pass on, and then drops back a few tenths. So this is a really interesting battle to watch.
And speaking of Nick Hunt, real quick, a part of our racing community, we've always been a very family-oriented group, and when one of our own suffers, we do what we can to help out. Nick Hunt, one of our Pacific Majors competitors here, has suffered a family loss. His 24-year-old daughter, Cody, just a few weeks ago passed away. Cody is survived by her 4-year-old daughter, Molly, and a college fund has been opened up to help Molly with her future college funds. Cody Hunt, she loves sports. Her high school volleyball number was number 11. So please join all of us here off camera TV while we run lap 11 of the Blackbird 2.4 in silence in memory of Cody. Godspeed. Looking at Nick Hunt's car here, he's got a special memorial for his daughter. Several other drivers have also thrown on their same paint schemes. All of the Riding Shotgun Motorsports, all of the Alliance Racers, and a couple other guys were all in tribute to Cody Hunt. So great on them for helping out and supporting. And going back to racing here.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on Nick Hunt because there's a few cars behind him that really desperately want to get through right
Oh.
now, and they're battling. That is the 25 of Mark Walls getting passed by the 3 of... No, I apologize. That is the 43 of Paul Geringer. And 32nd right now, trying to make up all that time that they lost by sitting on pit lane. But of course, that was on purpose. So to see if these drivers can make that up and see if they make a difference at the end of this race.
I love watching these huge groups of cars. You're looking at HPDs, you're looking at GT1s, GT3s, all going through these tight infield corners, all of them trying to negotiate each other. This is just impressive watching. A lot of great patience for a lot of guys, trying to let the fast cars go without letting them go too fast, because at the end of the day, they're all trying to be the winners of this race.
Yeah, that's the name of the game right now. As we got a HPD. Looks like the HPD in the grass in the bus stop. Ray Fournier just passed it. I cannot see who that is. I believe that was maybe the 40. No. Yeah, 49. Howard Wendell went ahead and took a tow. So big problems for the 49. And looks like the 63 is way off of pace as well. He's done lost a couple seconds to the leader, Jack Johnson, right now. As it looks like the first of the HPDs, I believe Mike Franklin is about to catch the overall leader here. That riding shotgun, number 82, making his way onto NASCAR 1. Instead of sights on the 63. The 63 is kind of running in the middle lane. Looks like he's going to try to get some draft and is going to give the 82 the inside here. Makes a clean pass and is going to set his sights on our leader, Jack Johnson, right now, just into the bus stop. See what kind of closing rate this 82 has got. He'll definitely get him before the start-finish line here as they're working in NASCAR 3 and 4. Flashes his lights to let him know, hey, buddy, I'm here. Let's go. He's the first of the HPDs to get a lap back, so that's only going to put him 6 laps down. Paul Geringer at a 43. He's just now exiting the bus stop in second place for the HPDs. Ottenbacher not even into the bus stop right now in that Atlas machine, running third so far HPD wise, and maybe the 270 got around Ottenbacher there. Jeremy Tester working his way through some GT3 traffic. We've almost knocked off 24 minutes of the scheduled 2 hours and 24 here. Leaders Jack Johnson working on lap 14.
Ooh, Jeremy Leto had a little bit of a dangerous moment there. Had to go through the grass on his way to the horseshoe. But luckily, very luckily I might add, Paul Geringer got by him before he got into any trouble there. And in front of him, a little bit of a wheel spin there by Trevor in the 30. See if the HPD can make a pass here.
And that 30 is the leader of the GT1 class right now. Trying to fend off the HPD second place runner of Geringer. Geringer's going to make short work of him. Actually, not as much of a speed difference, but just enough for the GT1s and HPDs.
Oh, you see this difference. See, you see him right now. It looks like he hit a boost. It just takes him a little bit longer to get up to speed. But once they do, that speed difference comes into play rather quickly.
Slow car in front of these guys.
Yes, indeed. Who is that? That is the 420 of Ben Stover, who has been having a tough night through this bus stop. That's not the first time we've seen him slow down in that area.
I like the paint.
Nice paint. Oh, and unfortunately we have Howard Wendell, the 49 on pit lane right now. He's just exiting, but he did have to stop to repair some damage. Really unfortunate for him. So that's even more time he has to make up right now.
If a couple laps ago, actually, this is only his technically second lap on the circuit. Yeah, he hasn't even gotten a whole lap in yet. So don't know what happened to him, but tough break for that 49 team.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on the 85 of Scott Kukas right now. He's got a few slower drivers in front of him. Want to watch and see if he can get through this traffic right now. He is gaining right in front of him. We have the 97 of Tony Tinney passing the 7 of Danny Resser. Apologize if we mispronounce your name. That is not for position. These guys are separated by a couple of spots throughout the field. But out in front of Tony Tinney is the 75 of Jeremy Morrison, and that is for a spot.
Yeah, Kukas just came down to pit road. I don't know if this is a scheduled stop or whether or not he's got some issues with that 85, but
Yeah,
he's coming in to take service.
I wonder if it is issues because we're having a lot of problems with these HPDs. We've seen multiple drivers come back down pit lane. I mean, we know that Howard had a little bit of left front damage from hitting the wall after his initial start, but we did have a few problems off of the pit lane. So really interesting to watch these guys try to handle these issues.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate for several of the guys who had motor issues while waiting those 13 minutes to roll out. Hopefully they're able to recover. And, oh, there's some fun racing happening out here on the track. Looks like Ray Fournier is doing some battle with one of his GT3s and getting every way.
Ooh, yes indeed. Look at all of this traffic up here. We have Jared Morgan passing the 80 of Eugene Wilkinson. A reminder that is not for position. Morgan has a lot of laps to make up right now. On the outside, you see that is Brian McGreevy. He is now in 7th position.
Okay, HPD on the apron there.
Yes, indeed. Trying to get the best of everything. Got to slow down that car even more, though. Great first turn right there to pass him.
Yeah,
now he's got Jared Morgan in his sights.
Like 10 cars in GT1 HPD and GT3 all doing battle and given room. Now they're coming back to the International Horseshoe again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 10 of them. Look at that.
And got a slow GT3 in the back. Seth Albert's having a lot of issues with that 18 machine. Pretty much roller chicane right now. I don't know if he's got issues going on with his rig or not, but getting passed by HPD now. He's extremely off pace.
Yeah, we've got a couple of drivers dealing with that right now. I'm watching because it looks like the 58 of Stephen Paulison, who we watched go through turn 1 with an excellent entrance, is finally caught up with Jared Morgan and is going to pass him easily on this turn 4 area right now because, like I said, once you get up to speed on this oval track part, this is where they really make up their time.
Oh yeah, once those HPDs are able to stretch their legs out, they just take off. Go watching
Mark Redeker is having some problems, guys. In 4th position right now, up at the top end of the wall, dropping down to the bottom, but Stephen Paulison is coming with the head of speed right now. Looks like, I'm not quite sure what happened, but he lost a ton of time, Mark Redeker did. See if we can, oh no! What happened was, it looks like he got hit. He did blow the bus stop a little bit, cut through the grass, but so did the driver behind him. Ended up cutting. Let's see if we can find out who that is. Let me review real quick, guys. Oh, Scott Kukas. And then Scott Kukas ended up taking Mark Redeker out, and we only saw the tail end of that. And that is what happened. Wow. Yes, indeed.
Oh, it looks like Chris Branson's off 199. That's a Mercedes GT3. Looks like he's back rolling right now. 11th overall. Another car right
Yeah, all
behind
these
him.
have
Yeah,
quite a
Jeremy
few drivers
Lito,
off the track right now, actually.
Jeremy Lito in 686 just rolled back onto the track as well. He had to wait and give some room.
He's got a lot of damage to the front of that Mercedes.
Might have flicked a little bit of the downforce on the big track.
And a little bit of wing damage as well. Not going to be good for him. He's running 18th overall right now, 1 lap down.
Yeah, I want to highlight the 75 of Jeremy Morrison right now. He's got a little bit of a faster car behind him. Ooh, got to be careful. Almost going to hit him out of the way. Behind him is Mike Franklin, who is our leader in that car right now, trying to get past these guys. The 75 says, all you, bud, as he just gets out of the way as fast as he can. And that's Drew Lalonde on the outside of him now, trying to get past him as well.
Yeah, it's just going to say, has anybody given a highlight to Drew Lalonde's HPD there yet?
Well, I just did there. Yes, indeed.
I've been watching that car on and off all day, and that is just such a fantastic looking paint scheme.
Yeah, that was back when Batman had eyebrows.
And no nipples on the bat suit.
Oh, looks like we get. Oh, good Lord, Seth Alberts blew that bus stop as quickly as he could. He is on the apron right now trying to get back up to speed because he had to slow down. He hit, I don't know, maybe 10 cones.
Oh, yeah, he's flirting with disaster right there, trying to drive on the transition right there. Mike Oyette just passed him. He's got a lot of damage to the front clip of that Mercedes as well.
Yeah, watching David Sharp right now get passed by Paul Geringer. Paul Geringer making up a little bit of time. He is in 31st right now, but again, he was in the last pack of cars. So he's just trying to make up as much as he can.
Meanwhile, still out front, Jack Johnson, number 20, is under fire. About 5 cars deep right there. Had a GT1 just pass him, and I believe that might have been that is the leader of the GT1s, Vovrovsky.
It looks like Randy Webster in the 42 HPD is pulling into the pits.
He was already a lap off of the leaders. He might have actually been the one that I saw go off on the bus stop earlier because Wendell was already on pit lane when I said something. So, so it happens when you have multiple cars that have the same paint scheme,
right?
And very, very little number shields, number blocks.
Yeah, I want to point out the 80, someone we haven't called yet, the 80 of Eugene Wilkinson getting passed right now on the outside. That is Ray Fournier trying to make up some time. This is for position. This is 9th and 10th on the track. You see him almost draft down that front stretch here.
Lito hard into the wall coming out. Lito in the 686 hard into the wall at the bus stop.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is not the first time, though. That is not the first time that he's hit there.
Almost took out the HPD there.
Yeah, he's definitely got some wheel damage on that one, I would say. Back into the wall.
Yep, that's hurting.
I hope nobody's coming up behind him.
He's got it.
Hey,
686 is just ping pong
getting down to the bottom.
Wall.
Okay.
Or is that Plinko? I don't know what he's doing over there.
Yeah, drivers are just trying to dodge him as best they can. He's easily going to have to come into the pit lane here. As he possibly overshoots? No, okay, good. Almost tricked us there for a moment, but he is pitting.
Poor Mercedes.
Now, he does get a fast repair if he hasn't used it already. Already a
guys,
lap
they got
down.
Michael let off.
Let hard into the tires.
In turn 5.
Car 86.
Slammed the tire wall right there.
Yeah, overdrove the horseshoe right there. Gonna try to come back on the track as gently as possible. Michael Yet running 14th overall. Tough break for the 86. And he's given like a lot of room. He was running in the grass. Yeah, I said the front clip was messed up before. Yeah. She bad.
I'm looking at, actually, we just mentioned him, Drew Lalonde. Keeping an eye on him. He's flashing his lights to anyone he can. He's just trying to get past these guys, let them know that he's there, and it's quite entertaining to watch him. He can easily go by these guys, but he's deciding to flash them just to show him force.
Nick Hunt in 04 coming in turn 1 there. The car looped right in front of him, and he did a big checkup to avoid him. car sitting P4 almost looped it around. That was an impressive save.
I guess we're lucky they only have flashing lights and not horns. All you'd hear from here, brr, brr, all the
That's
way
what
around the track.
iRacing needs, is to introduce unique horn sounds.
Oh!
Yeah, I agree, just what they need. Oh, we have a driver off. That is the 15 of Eddie, and I do apologize that I cannot pronounce your name correctly. I'm going to call you Bossier. Trying to go, he's in 13th right now. He wasn't battling anyone for position, but I believe because he had he had a prototype behind him that was getting difficult, and he kind of overshot, I think, looking in his rearview mirror.
Got your overall leaders within striking distance. Second place, 63. Diving into turn 1 here. 20. Maintaining Jack Johnson still out front. Gets a little loose coming all out of turn number 1. Through the S's, heading up to the horseshoe. Sheldon Wallishin has a Canadian HPD to the inside of him there. That's the 270 car. Jeremy Tester, third in class for the HPD, getting past the 63. Gonna set his sights on Jack Johnson, working their way into turn 5.
Give a little bit too much time there, I think, and I assume he's gonna hope that Jack Johnson loses just as much to that one. But see, Jack Johnson almost gives it up. Actually, he's not. He's battling here. There he goes. Takes it a little bit wide there in turn 6, but he's gonna get back up to speed here.
Yeah, definitely the 63 is definitely getting through the infield a lot better in that gone broke racing entry. But Jack Johnson, maybe they're running different wings. Maybe it's because, well, they're running the same car, both Mercedes out front. Don't know what the 20's doing. Maybe he's getting through the bus stop a little bit better than the 63. What is that?
Yeah, what's going there? Oh, phew.
Gary Nichols in the 8.
And Gary was running 3rd.
Yeah, everybody puckered up right there.
Falling back.
Wow. That could have got ugly.
I think it had something to do with the fact that his hood is off, guys. His hood is off and his front end is torn to pieces.
Oh yeah, he's
not having a good race right now.
Leader
yeah, I
to
think you
pit
could
road.
say that.
20 in the pits right now. Now this might just be a strategy call to make it a one-stop race to the end.
Ooh.
Now generally a GT3 you can get about an hour worth of work out of it. He's pitting about 35-40 minutes into the race right now. That's going to surrender the lead over to Sheldon Wallishin, new leader here at Daytona.
Taking a look at the 089 of John Onbacher right now. He has got Chris Beck in front of him. Ooh, sorry, that is not Chris Beck. That is Eugene Wilkinson. The 80 of Eugene Wilkinson has a little bit of damage on his car trying to get out of the way of those two faster drivers right now. Was probably best for business there, as these HPDs are going to battle down the front stretch here.
I'm not sure what kind of fuel mileage these GT1s and the HPDs get. I would imagine around the same as the GT3s, but we should be seeing a whole slew of GT3s here in the next 15-20 minutes coming down to take service. Jack Johnson still on pit road.
User left your channel.
There he goes. He's off. The 199 came down pit road as well.
User joined your channel.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of the GT1s should be pitting here within the next 5 to 7 minutes.
All right, so if you add that up, you're looking at
Oh,
probably
Mark
another
Wall's around,
two-stop
guys.
race. Uh-oh.
Mark Wall's around it out of turn 5. He got onto the strip right there and spun his car around. Oh, almost came back into the middle of traffic.
You have brought shame to our name. No. No.
No, it's all good. It was
Where-
obviously
where the
accidental.
hell?
He was just trying to get by a few slower drivers. Look at Howard Wendell. He went all the way to the apron to get that pass done in the middle of the corner. Goodness, he is not afraid right now to do anything he needs to. Oh,
Yeah.
Chris Beck around in the 34. In the middle of the racetrack.
Good.
Ooh. Really
Good
well done by
braking.
Howard to get out of the way there.
Yeah. Wow. That was
Yeah,
a
the battle
great
up in
move.
front of him, that is for position. That is between the 97 of Tony Tinney and the 686 of Jeremy Letta, who has had a few problems this race. You could say that.
We got another battle for position as the 68 is trying to
Oh.
come back onto the track there to Audi. Wow.
Yes, indeed.
Right in
You
front
are
of 250
correct.
Dale Green, running in position number 6 right now. I believe just took it over from Ray Fournier into 07. Breaking to get into the horseshoe here, and I don't know what was going on there.
Mike Franklin is darting in and out of cars here, coming through turn 3 and 4 in the car 82. Darting around another HPD. He's flashing his lights, trying to
the
get
70.
around Travis
Sorry, the
Henderson.
75. Having some problems there. Getting a few drivers spinning out every now and then. I'm still watching the 49 of Howard Wendell. This is just a cluster of cars right now. A lot of prototypes racing around each other, but not necessarily for a position.
Yeah, right now these GT3s, they're light on fuel. They got about maybe 10 or so laps left on fuel. Once that rear end loses that weight of the gasoline in there, it becomes a very, very tricky thing, even with the traction control and ABS and everything, to maintain control of your car in the GT3. GT1s, I would imagine, do the same thing, and we have multiple pitting HPDs as well, and
Yep,
I'm
Jared
pretty sure
Morgan.
they don't like cold tires.
Jared Morgan's on his way into pit lane right now in the GT1. He was sitting, I think, P2 or P3 in the GT1 category.
Yes, he's pitting from third. Overshot his pit box by a little bit, and gonna back it up and start taking service in that 96 Dairy Queen Ashton Martin.
And it looks like, I'm actually taking a look at the 8 of Gary Nichols. Looks like he did get his refresh on that car right now, because his hood's back on, and that's what you like to see.
That'll help him get around.
Yeah, just a little bit. He is currently scored 1 lap down right now. Actually, the last car 1 lap down, but that leaves him 18th right now.
We got the 04 off, trying to get back onto NASCAR 1. That's Nick Hunt, running second right now. Looks like he got the good old turn 6 overspin. Yep. And just decided to take an expressway through the grass there. Good heads up on him. Working his way into bus stop. Got HPD right behind him. That looks to be the 43.
Oh, watch this right now. The 96 coming off of pit lane. Gary Nichols is slow from spinning out of turn 1. And we had a prototype coming right through the middle of him. That was the 45 of Scott Palma, and that could have been terrible. I don't know how he got through that cleanly.
But now the 96 is trying to fight his way through the interior on those cold tires, and just slipping and sliding in front of these cars behind him.
Yeah, tell you what, something to watch right now is I'm taking a look at the 39 of Stacy Hunter. They are in the 12th position.
Ooh.
Look at those tires. Look at
Nichols.
those brakes. Glowing red right now. Every time they hit the brakes, you can see them.
Oh.
It's very obvious how bright red they turn.
So Nichols lost it, looped it around, came right in front of an HPD of Scott Kukas in the 85. Had to take evasive action coming out of turn 6 onto the NASCAR 2 or NASCAR.
Bring me my brown pants.
Yeah, pucker.
As if it's not exciting enough, these guys are just trying to make it through 3 different classes, all struggling to get around each other right now.
And this is what the Predator format produces here. Exciting racing all throughout the night here, because you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, that's one way to say it.
And there goes Mike Franklin, going to get another lap back. That's going to put him 5. Chris Branson, the 199, looped it in turn one as the leader of the HPD just got into turn one, and wow.
Style points. Style points. That's what I think he was aiming for right there.
Oh, my gut to the loop.
So did his car.
I think that's the point. Yes, indeed. Oh, looks like Ben Stover's. Oh, no. Oh, right behind him, the 75 had to brake check for his life, and he ended up getting all the way loose. Oh, that's heartbreaking, but luckily he saved his car. Oh, my goodness, that was tough.
Yeah, Morrison actually fourth in the GT1 class right now. Whew, that was
That was scary, I believe is the correct word. It's absolutely scary. Oh my goodness. We have a lot of racing going on around this track right now. Everyone's just trying to save their cars. I really believe as best they can, but they're having some problems with these slower speeds right now.
I believe yeah, Ben Stover looped it in turn one again.
Yeah, I want to point out Mike Franklin, we just mentioned that he got another lap back, and so did behind him, so did Paul Geringer, just past our leader as well.
And another slow GT3, I would have to imagine that is Gary Nichols on the apron there, having a really, really rough time here at the Blackbird 2.4.
Yeah, speaking of our leader, I'm actually watching back behind him. Someone else is trying to earn their lap back. That is the 96 of Jared Morgan. Jared Morgan is currently 26 on the track right now, 4 laps down. If he passes the leader, he'll go to 3 laps down, trying to gain those laps back. He has had some troubles this race, but he is diving back into it, and he has made his pit stop. His first pit stop, I might add.
Yeah, we're looking at them coming in about every 40 so odd minutes.
Roundabout.
Yeah. I think if I remember right, the GT3s were right around a 50-something minute.
Yeah, you can almost get a full hour out of a GT3 car, depending on draft and whatnot. But GT3 should only have to make one stop after.
Oh, the 23
one.
of J.D. Snyder out of the bus stop absolutely spun that car around and smacked the outside wall. Oh, as he's reversing in the middle of these guys, that's not good. Do not do that. That will get you in trouble.
Oh,
no. Oh, almost takes out his teammate there. Oh, goodness, that prototype. Oh, man, this is a nightmare for some of these drivers.
Yeah, I believe 23 is going to be down on power with that. He careened the outside wall on that one.
Yeah, that really doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, he just absolutely smashed into the wall. Right now, I'm watching the 089 of John Odenbacher trying to pass Gary Nichols. Of course, we've highlighted Gary Nichols has had his own problems this race, and Odenbacher's just trying to stay in it as he goes to the outside. Odenbacher currently in the 38th position, back behind Mark Walls. Mark Walls is currently in the 36th position right now.
Yeah, somebody's been pretty quiet all day and running a halfway decent race. His car is pretty clean. The number 7, Danny Resser, about to become under fire from a GT1. I believe that is the GT1 leader, getting passed by HPD right now. That'd be Mark McFadden running in 5th in HPD's. Gonna dive bomb him here. Ooh, good room. Oh, GT1. That was close.
Yeah, that's a ballsy move.
Yeah, wrestler right there. You know he could turn a lump of coal after that one. We're gonna run out of analogies here soon. They need to
Yeah, oh yeah. Meanwhile, Sheldon Wilson up front in car number 63, he is just keeping his laps, trucking. He's keeping it clean, doing his drive. He's basically on cruise control right now, cranking his laps off, letting these guys do what they're trying to do. Jack Joxon Still quite a ways back. Former leader led 20 laps of this race so far, letting these GT1s and the prototypes slowly crank away, trying to chip away at their leads.
Yeah, we should. Mark Redeker at 59 right now, getting passed by HPD on the outside, running in the third position right now. Good showing for that bone-on-bone racing entry. No pain, no gain. Yeah. It's pretty nice. 07 Ray Fournier running in the fourth position, running with what is it, Thunder Motorsports, I believe.
Yep, yeah, those are good looking rides this year.
Yes, they are. I am digging that. That almost looks like, you know, when you like start up your own team on Madden. That
Right?
Viking head kind of looks like one of those
Heck yeah.
logos.
And that gray, yellow, and blue is just a fantastic striking combination.
Yeah, and he's got his teammate right behind him to 34, Chris Beck, in fifth. We also missed the 11. Fournier coming into pit right now. Way too close.
Yeah, I do want to highlight, guys, the 420 of Vince Stover is having a lot of issues right now. Oof, as he overshoots turn one. Oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. And that actually hurts well, it did hurt the 58, I believe, of Stephen Paulison. Looks like he got past the 30, so he's all back up to speed and everything.
Now I'm kind of thinking, did the commentator curse go into the paint schemes, or like what's going on here? But thanks to all the boys that are racing those OCTV paints. We appreciate it here, as the leader is now onto pit road. 8 minutes from an hour, so we're looking at about 52 minutes for the leaders pit strategy. Gonna be about a minute and some change on pit lane, getting the tires changed, getting the fuel added, because they can't do both at the same time apparently.
Yeah, and to show you the difference, Ray Fournier, we highlighted he'd pit. He is now just coming off of pit lane as our leader is pitting. So that's how long it took for him to get off pit lane. So keep an eye on that. That's about 34 seconds for a pit stop for them.
And I do not believe the 11 has made it back around to take over the lead. He was 49 seconds back the last time around.
Coming through now, actually.
Yeah, here he comes to take the lead, battling with the 52. That is C.R. Reed trying to get a lap back on the leader. He's going to do so. Rolling through the tight left-hander that is turn one.
The 59 of Mark Redeker, he was running, I believe, in the fourth position. He's coming into pit lane right now.
And meanwhile, Sheldon is still sitting there collecting his fuel and tires.
Yeah, these take about a minute 15, minute 20, maybe a minute 30. It's been a couple weekends. There he goes.
Yep, there he goes. Off. He's off to the races. Keep it under speed limit.
And Jack Johnson, who was the leader, just now passed him. He's going to put a couple seconds on the 63, but again, he's got to pit a little bit earlier as well, about 15 minutes off of the 63's pit strategy.
Who's that spun out there right outside of turn one as
well?
That
is the 68, Brian McGreevy. Oh, careful there. He came back in front of, let me get that number for you, the 15. Wow, almost wrecking him. Gotta be careful there.
Yeah, and he's still on the lead lap, is at 68. Probably throughout these pits. 96 is trying to go at the kink. Whew. That's not a place you want to pass either. And right behind him, HPD.
Vince Stover is off track as well. Oh, again, unfortunately, all these drivers got to pass them as quick as they can.
And that 68 just about got run over by Mark Walls there. As I believe behind him is the
Jared Morgan out of whack.
Second place GT1. And Jared Morgan at 96 on fresh tires, cold tires. He's going to have a good time trying to get these things up to temperature. It's going to take about a lap and a half.
And if I'm looking correctly, it's like Travis Henderson is leading the GT1 class. And he's actually...
guys, Howard Wendell just took out another prototype. That is Drew Lalonde coming through the bus stop. I mean, absolutely just took him out.
No, not bad, man.
Oh man, just overshot it and came back on. And well, good news is Drew Lalonde didn't take any more damage than that, but still, that's gonna hurt his time.
Our GT1 leader, Travis Henderson in the 124 is just entering pit lane, surrendering
the 30
GT1
around.
lead.
No, actually, GT1 lead is the 30, Trevor Vavrovsky. He's off in the bus stop as well. Got it going back right now. Doesn't look like he has any damage to that 30 machine, but and that's a pretty tough break there. Looks like the 124 did pass him during that exchange.
Yeah, 124 passed him just a while back ago.
Okay. Yeah, I want to highlight the 18 of Seth Alberts is currently on pit lane. The 686 of Jeremy Leto. The 23 of JD Snyder. The 68 of Brian McGreevy. The 124 of Travis Henderson, who we just watched. And those are all of your drivers currently on pit lane. Trying to just make the best of what they can. A couple of these drivers have to pit a little bit longer because they have some damage, but for the most part, these guys are trying to stay alive and get their tires and fuel and get out of there.
Yep. Our overall leader, Dennis Fujan, just coming into the pit lane.
We'll see if the 34 follows suit here. They got to be getting pretty close on fuel. It looks like the 34 is going to stay out one more time. Going to try to lead him a lap here. Then after that he pits, the lead gets surrendered back to Jack Johnson.
Yes, indeed.
Chris Beck is still up there cranking some laps. So yeah, he's got to pit here any minute now.
Yeah, he's close to hitting the hour mark. Lead after this lap.
That's some really impressive. And as well as he's run, as long as he's run, he may be on a different fuel map trying to conserve as much fuel for a splash at the end.
Yeah, and he has spun once or twice, so that might benefit him staying out a little bit longer, trying to make up a little bit more time right now. But all the leaders are pitting, so that's going to take time from them as they gain with those fresh tires as soon as they get them warmed up.
Yeah, 33 right behind him, getting passed by some HPDs right now. Davis Sharp, he's on cold tires right now, so you want to look out for that, Ashton Martin.
Oh, HPD in the grass!
That
looks like
that
the
is
85.
Doc Lucas in the 85, doing a little lawn maintenance out there for Daytona.
Yeah, it's really got to thank the drivers, because how we know who spun is the guy that's going wee over the radio. Probably going to be that one.
That was great.
Oh, man. Hey, keeping it light, Scott Kukas as always. He's such a good driver. We follow Scott Kukas in another series that we call on OCTV, and he really is a great guy. He's got a great personality.
Randy Webster just annihilated a poor cone. It had nothing to do but sit there and mark the path. Cone lives matter there, Randy.
Here we go, the leader coming into pit right now. I mean, Jack Johnson's catching him anyway, but that's going to surrender it back over to the 20. Jack Johnson, Chris Beck on pit road to take his service.
Also want to highlight right now, I'm watching the 04 of Nick Hunt. He is in the 4th position. Back behind him is the 68 of Brian McPeavy, a faster car coming on the outside right now. Ooh, this guy's got to take it easy. That is the 270 of Jeremy Tester right now, as he absolutely blows by the 686 of Jeremy Leto, who we did see just pit right now. Everybody trying to get by him. This is a slower car.
Oh, that must stop.
Oh, and the 30.
Leto.
The 30 has to overshoot him as well.
Oh, you gotta love that. That's just
everyone trying to hang on right now. There's just we see these faster cars coming, but just nothing they can do about it. And we see Mike Franklin now passing. He is in the 27th position, gaining a lot of time as the 30. Oh, what a lane switch right there. The 68 much lower, just trying to get by.
And you want to be a respectful racer, but at the same time, you know that letting them go by easily is only going to hurt you later.
Yeah, you are correct.
Who was in the grass coming off of pits?
Scott Kukas spun on in the bus stop again, unfortunately.
Yeah,
guys.
Chris Beck almost lost it coming out of the pits. Our former leader coming out P4 right now.
Oh, and I'm looking back right now.
And his closest competitor is
Seth
P5.
Alberts into the wall. Oh, careful there. That is the 18 got a ton of damage on his car. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's gotten around Nick Hunt here. Got a GT1 right behind him. That's a former, or actually should still be class leader in Vilrovsky. He's going to try to get around him right here. There she goes.
Oh, we got a driver off again. Let me see if I can get that for you guys. That is the 39 of Stacy Hunter off in the horseshoe. No, I apologize. I apologize. It is turn 5. Sorry, guys.
It's the thing that looks like a horseshoe but isn't. Yeah, turn 5 U-turn.
The horseshoe with a little bit of a defect. It works.
It's got a hangnail.
Hangnail lives matter.
Oh, man.
Right now, our
Look
leader,
at
Jack Johnson, is getting challenged coming out of turn 6 by the HPD of Howard Wendell.
It looks like he's going to take it easily, going around the high side in NASCAR 1 and 2. We only have 10 drivers left on the lead lap right now. And that's only GT3 cars. None of the other classes have caught up enough to get back onto the lead lap. Your GT1s are 2 laps down right now to the leader. And Mike Franklin, the leader of the HPD, is 4 laps down right now. We still have a lot of racing left, though.
Yeah, Trevor and Travis, the number 30 and the number 124, are doing a very good job closing those gaps and making good time. They're going to be able to, looking at my rough time calculations, they should be able to be within that last lap coming at the end of the clock, if they're able to keep everything underneath them.
Jack Johnson taking the lead back as Chris Beck is sitting on pit lane right now. Jack has gone through turn 1, trying to get over to the, let me call this, the horseshoe finally. Ooh, we got someone
Howard
off
Wendell
grass in the
off.
horseshoe, actually. Yes. As the leader, Jack Johnson is coming by, but you see him pick up that speed because of the faster car.
And it just blew the horseshoe there, and really doesn't look like he has a lot of left side damage on that machine. I can only see the right hand side of the car right now, but he doesn't look to be all that tore up. Maybe a little bit of side pod damage.
Just real quick on that tore up bit, click on Scott Kukas real quick in the 85 car, sitting on pit lane. He's lost almost his entire body.
Oh,
Yeah.
about
Unfortunately, we highlighted a couple times he spun. The most recent one that actually made all of that hurt was in turn 1. He spun it into the wall, and the front of his car was ripped off.
That is, well, you can really see the suspension and how well those are rendered.
But yeah, that's one way to do it. One way to do it, for sure.
I believe he was one of the ones that incidentally blew his motor sitting on pit lane waiting for the HPD class to be released. So looks like
a
he's
little bit of
used his
wheel
fast
lockup
pair.
for the 48 of Mark McFadden, trying his best to get by Nick Hunt right now, but Nick is not giving him any room, which I don't blame him. Nick Hunt in the 3rd position. Watch him get up to speed here as they go back on the oval. Yeah, he'll hit that booster right there. Just fly past him.
I was listening to the drivers' meeting right before the race, and race admins did tell them, do not get out of the way for these guys. You're racing them.
Yeah,
So they can hold them up as much as they want to, or as much as they can.
And also maintaining proper driver etiquette. They did say that the apron was a wide open availability, but if anything happens underneath the apron, then things would be scrutinized. So the apron, unlike the NASCAR track, is an available option for some of these guys, but they do need to pay attention and to not be too aggressive down there.
And it looks like Mark McFadden is coming down to take service. He was running 5th overall in the HPDs in that 48.
And he's got a fair amount of damage too.
we might be seeing a lot more HPDs come down to take service, because I do not believe that Mike Franklin has actually. He's on pit lane right now, leader to HPD.
Yeah, the McFadden in the 848 just uses one available fast repair.
Respect finally off of pit lane.
Going back to the apron discussion, showdown, what is it, 1983, whatever his name is, Matt Malone on the service. He actually went through with Nim Cross and asked him about the whole entire track's apron. iRacing doesn't frown upon using it in the straights, but in the turns, they do frown upon it. So, of course, this is a different league. This isn't an official race.
124 round. Oh, almost gets hit. That is Travis Henderson trying to get it. Oh, almost spins it again. Got to get back up to speed here. He is in 19th right now. Oh, is the 30's off track as well, guys. The 30, who was leading the 124 in their class.
Oh, he's
just
hurt.
spun it and got a lot of damage.
Oh,
he has
yeah,
to reset.
he towed.
Oh,
Yep.
that's a nightmare for them.
That just took him out of contention there.
That was kind of
just clipped the strip, the rumble strip out of the bus stop and spun himself around.
That's kind of like Twilight Zone-ish. Both first and second in the GT1s, both being Corvettes, both having the same paint scheme, wrecking pretty much simultaneously.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Well, the 124 is obviously back up to speed. Although he spun, he didn't hit anything, so he's good to go. He is in 18th right now. Has obviously overtaken Trevor as well as a couple of other drivers.
And Jared Morgan will be sitting second now in the GT1s.
Yes, indeed, you are correct. And these guys are all of them about 3 laps down. So that's where that class currently stands.
Yeah, the 124 who just took over. The overall leader, Jack Johnson, has just now came off of turn 4 NASCAR, and we're looking at the GT1 just coming out of the horseshoe. Comparing that with Mike Franklin, who is also coming out of the horseshoe, they have a lot of ground to cover as Jack Johnson's working his way through turn number 1 now.
And just real quick, the 124, he's actually only 2 laps down to the leader, so he is definitely closing that gap.
Good point. Absolutely.
Ooh! 96 back here with second place. Wallishin made a great pass going into turn 1, got HPD right behind him, and HPD coming off of the pits.
Yeah, he just passed the 63. 63 is in second right now. So it looks like Jared Morgan will set his sights on our leader to try to get past him. That is Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson is now headed into turn 6. And on the track, we see Jared Morgan right now in your picture. He is currently headed to turn 6, so just out of turn 5.
He's got the 48 HPD right underneath him. Ooh, that's close. And Mark McFadden is going to...
Oh, he's going to cut him off almost. Oh, lets him up just in time.
Just a little close there.
Yeah, that's not for position, but those prototypes are coming. They are faster, so watch them here.
And McFadden sitting 34th on the board right now. And he is 6 laps down to Jared Morgan's 3 laps down. So he is McFadden's got a long way to go.
Guys, I want to highlight this group we're watching right here. It looks like Mike Franklin trying to get through all of these cars right now, all these slower class cars right now, trying to pass the 8 of Gary Nichols. He will get to the front of this pack. Gary Nichols is next in line. Chris Beck is behind him. That is a battle for position right now between the 34 and the 8 car. Bumper to bumper, separated by just a few tenths right now. You see him in turn 5, back behind him. That is obviously not for a position. That is John Onbacher. He is doing the best he can in 31st to make up time after that late restart. And behind him is Drew Lalonde. So a good group of drivers right now, all battling for position.
And we're looking at Ottenbacher. He's the 6th car in the HPD. So he's already a lap down to HPD leader Mike Franklin. The 82 is coming. He's got a pretty fast ride here tonight. As long as he can keep it clean and get around these GT1s and GT3s, all right, I think he's got a really good shot at pulling it off tonight.
Yeah, he's doing a great job right now. 4 laps down currently. Just trying to hang on. He's got, we've got the 30 of Trevor Borowski. I apologize that we mispronounced your name. He's in 25th. He's on pit lane right now. So Mike Franklin will gain another spot there. And then he'll set his sights on David Sharp, who is the last car right now on the 3 laps down.
That is a GT1 as well. Sharp is looking to be about the 5th or 6th GT1 right now. On track, 44 is in the pits. That's Dan Garber. He's a GT3. 75, Jeremy Morrison. Battling actually with a couple of GT1s. Looks like he passed the 97 for position.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, I'm good, man.
No, just
Got a driver off track, guys. Sorry about that. The
floating
124. Oh, Travis Henderson is trying. He's spinning quite a bit right now, trying to get back on track. Gonna hit a few cones. Oh, got him. Watch him get back up to speed. He is 2 laps down right now.
And, Henderson has looped it around just a couple of times already today.
Yeah, a couple. A couple is
Which
for sure.
I was just about to say, our leader, Jack Johnson, hasn't really shown many errors, and as I zoom up to him, he is coming out of 6, sideways, fishtailing, trying to keep his car in front of him, keep his car underneath him. He did get it straightened away and powered on. I was going to say he didn't make many errors, and he was in the middle of making one.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the 07 of Ray Fournier and a little bit of traffic right now. Nobody around him is for position as the 420 in front of him. That has been Stouffer. We've highlighted his issues throughout this race. He's just trying to survive, which is completely understandable. Ben is in the 21st position. In front of him is that 68 car. The 68 of Brian McPeavy is in the 13th position. Just mentioned Ray Fournier. He is sitting in 4th, and right by him is Seth Alberts in the 28th position. He just went off track, and that is why he is slower.
Dennis Fusion sitting nose first into the turn 1 wall.
Ooh, yeah,
Oh,
it's got to
no.
get going here. Right in the middle of the track, too.
Yeah.
The 11. Yes, indeed.
He got a little bit of front end damage. Looks more front and left.
Ooh, we
And
got another
center.
driver hit. Oh, wow. Out back there. Let me see if I can find him. Sorry about that. He is taking the shortcut. What in the world? That is the 686 of Jeremy Leto. I don't know what in the world he was thinking there.
Ben
Just trying
Stouffer
to
in the
catch his car.
in the 420 all over the place as well. He is just trying to get back on the track.
We got a couple of guys skating out here is what's going on.
I think one of these Aston Martins hit the James Bond oil slick or something. And meanwhile, back up out front, Jack Johnson has a 13-second lead over Sheldon Wallachin, who's trying to get around the 7 of Danny Resser. Third place, Nick Hunt in the 04. That is your top 3 as they're running right now. Nick Hunt is 55 seconds behind our race leader. Race leader under fire, number 20 and the 43, Paul Gehringer. Second place in the HPD, just gained his lap back. He is on the same lap as Mike Franklin now. But as Gehringer's coming out of turn 4, Mike Franklin's heading into turn 5.
Travis Henderson, 124, spun around in 1-2, and that looks like the 59 of Mark Redeker just barely missed him.
Yeah, 124 really struggling right now. We don't know why. He was busting out some pretty good times and just all of a sudden decided to
Yeah, he just can't keep that
lose
thing
some track
straight.
position now. I mean, of course he didn't decide, but he's having a rough time.
And looks like Mark Redeker did get a little bit of damage on that exchange with the 124. 124 still looking pretty good right now. 96, Jared Morgan, second in class. Just now going into the horseshoe as the 124 is making his way down to turn 6. And yeah, just basically playing the waiting game right now. Your leader, Jack Johnson, he's completed 41 laps. Here we have 1 hour and 9 minutes remaining. Just past your halfway mark. And oh, HPD. Hello.
Oh, we got the 11 off track again, guys, through the bus stop.
Oh yeah, right in front of the overall leader too. The 11's starting to have a rough time. Led a couple laps during the exchange of pit stops, and he's struggling right now. Don't know if that damage has anything to do with it. Might have knocked the toe out a little bit.
Yeah, Wes, I want to throw something out to you. Do you think that maybe these guys are getting a little relaxed as they get further into this race and just these mistakes just keep popping up because of that?
You know, it's kind of hard to tell with some of these guys. I mean, we see, you know, the fast guys. You know, Jack Johnson, Travis Henderson was the 30 who was Bobrovsky, you know, Wallishin, Franklin. All of those guys have been pretty fast, and you know, for the most part, except for the 124 spinning out a couple times, we've been able to keep the nose
Ben
clean.
Stouffer's
Oh
off.
my
Sorry
God!
about that. Almost took on my
As we
balls.
say it.
Oh,
Ben
goodness.
Stover, that was right in front of the leader too. That could have been.
Oh, guys, we got a
really
little bit
hairy.
of trouble right now. The 59 of Mark Redeker just hit the 32 of Mark McFadden. These guys are in
He
different
just
cars,
can't
different
catch a
classes
break
right now.
But some of the guys that have, you know, been a little bit slower, they're just struggling. They're just trying to keep handling the car. Might have been a wrong adjustment they made at the last minute on setup. Could be, you know, I know they put in enough practice because there's a mandate you have to put in a minimum amount of practice for all Pacific Majors races. So maybe just not enough. Next time they need to get a little bit more practice.
Oh, 09. Robert Laurent just lost it and nailed hard into the wall.
Yeah, he's gonna do the
that
smart
looked
thing and
hurtful.
yeah, he's lost the hood on that one.
Yeah, I want to point out, guys, the 124 of Travis Henderson is on pit lane right now.
Seth Alberts.
Oh, 18. Oh, man. Seth Alberts having some trouble right now. Spun out in turn 1, trying to get back up to speed.
No.
Be careful not to come back in front of people.
Watch out for the GT1.
Oh, 33.
No!
David Sharp and
That's the leader.
My goodness, that is the leader, Jack Johnson. Gotta be careful here, boys. Almost to go. Jack Johnson doing an excellent job to get past that. Good night.
What in the world?
I don't think you could have put. Yeah, you couldn't have put a piece of paper in between Jack Johnson's bumper. Oh my goodness. How did that? I don't know how he did that, but I'm glad he did.
Okay, I think we're absorbing some of the commentators' curse from the paint schemes, and it's coming back to the booth. But yeah, Jack Johnson almost the victim of a really, really very scary incident right there. Seth
Yes,
Albert's been
indeed.
struggling all day. I mean, he's 5 laps down in the GT3 car. Just been struggling. I'm thinking his race is pretty much done. He can't even hold it on the bottom right now.
Oh, guys, we had a big crash in turn
Yeah.
5 right there. Jared Morgan went off track. The 49 of Howard Wendell was trying to get past him, but he went way too far in and ended up hitting the 7 of Danny Resser. A massive collision we had right there. Oh, man.
And of course, Danny Reiser was a part of that.
Yes, indeed.
The 7 car, Danny Reiser. Looks like Jared Morgan in the 96, all in turn 5, just kaleidoscoped.
Yeah, you are correct.
The 7 did take his fast repair right there. He's going to be able to come back out onto the track, but he is now
Oh,
2
the
laps
033
down.
around in front of our leader. Oh, spins around, hits the inside wall in turn 1. Jack Johnson says a little bit of a thank you for getting out of the way. But
that 20 car, he's just got to be, with so many wrecks happening around him, his nerves have got to be shot by the end of this race.
You would think so. Well, the next guy he comes upon is going to be the person in 7th position. In 7th position, he'll be lapping Mark Rediger. So keep that in mind. Mark is not going to go down easy. He's not going to go down without a fight.
Yeah, and behind him, the 97 of Tony Tenney. Struggling coming through turn 5 right there, but that's going to be the next car to pass our leader. He's going to come to get his 1 lap back, go back to 3 laps down. As I'm looking for the leader of the GT1s, I believe that's Jared Morgan. Yeah, 96, Jared Morgan, your new leader in GT1.
Yeah, after a couple of guys are having some troubles, he's taking advantage of it, and what a night he is having right now. In 18th position, overtaking, as we mentioned, the 124 had issues, the 30 had issues, and he's absolutely taking advantage of that.
Oh, that one thing I do like about Jared Morgan, that paint scheme for Dairy Queen, that's a hungry looking device there.
If we keep him on air enough, will he bring us some blizzards? Because that's what I'm betting on.
Wouldn't that be fan? I like the dipped cones.
Hey, I'll take anything if it's free ice cream. You know what I mean?
Bring me a flamethrower.
Absolutely, and I'm still keeping an eye on Jack Johnson up front, man. I'm a fan of his music, great music, and he's an even better driver, doing a great job. Mark Rediger is just driving away, trying not to get lapped here. Yeah, hey, you never know. You never know. Gary Nichols right now is in 14th position. He is the car in front of Mark Rediger. Obviously, that is not a third position. Gary Nichols will be going his 2nd lap down if the leader gets to him, and Mark obviously going his 1st lap down.
Yeah, Mike Franklin is just on a tear right now. Got around Morgan, got around a couple of the cars here. He is on pace to get a lap back, and he is currently, how many laps down is he right now?
He's four right now.
4 total laps down.
And I don't
only
think he's going to have enough time.
Yeah, he's only 1 lap off of Morgan right now. But yeah, with they came out with 7 laps down.
6. Could be 6 or 7.
Okay, to give you an idea, guys, Jack Johnson is currently in 1st, coming out of the bus stop right now. Back behind him, we have Jared Morgan in 16th. He is the leader of that class. He is currently going into the bus stop. He's trying to get his lap back. And we have Mike Franklin, who is in 21st, 4 laps down. He is coming out of turn 4, I believe. So try to give you an idea of what's going on right now. These drivers catching the leader, trying to get their laps back, and doing a really good job. And we have an entire hour to go. So if that shows you anything, these drivers are putting the pedal to the metal, trying to make up some time.
I'm not so sure that actually, if you look at it, I don't believe yes, Mike Franklin made 1 pit stop.
Jared Morgan looping it around at turn 1.
Yeah, you are correct. Turn 1. I don't think he hit anything though.
Nope,
I
just
don't think he did. So
solo looping, overdrove it into the corner.
Yes, indeed. And he's actually in 16th position. So he's picked up 2 spots since the last lap. Now these aren't positions that he's passing. A couple of drivers are on pit lane, but still he'll take him any way he can get them.
Hey man, yeah, on a road course.
Absolutely. Well, we are hitting the 1 hour to go mark, guys, as David Sharp off track in front of Jared Morgan. But we're hitting the 1 hour to go, and right now our top 5 is as follows: 20 of Jack Johnson, right now the 63 of Sheldon Wollersheim. Sorry if we mispronounced your name. The 04 of Nick Hunt, doing a great job. He's gained so many positions and has had a very clean race. I have to give a big hand to him. The 250 of Dale Green, doing a great job keeping his car clean with a nice little paint scheme there. And the '07 of Ray Fournier in 5th position, doing a great job, able to hang on there after he had his own spins. So top 5 doing a really good job. But of course, that is without 2 classes that have not caught up yet. So keep that in mind.
Well, I'm thinking they're going to run out of time because HPD, I mean, everybody has to make at least one more stop. And, I mean, if the lead HPD hasn't even caught, well, yeah, he's just passed Jack Johnson to get back to 3 laps down. We're well over halfway. I mean, it might be close for the 82. I'm
User
not
joined your
thinking the
channel.
96 is going to be able to get up there and get onto the lead lap to try to win this thing.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, the
It's
96
kinda-
is coming through turn 1 right now. So he's not got his other lap back. So because of the spin he had last lap in turn 1. So again, Jared Morgan just now through the horseshoe is trying to catch up to Jack Johnson, who is just now into turn 6. So
And-
a long ways to go for him to gain that one more lap back.
Yeah, Morgan does need one more pit stop as well, and he's his crew chief is saying that he will be coming in this time by for his final pit stop.
All right. We should start seeing a lot of people to come in. Pretty much, if you can make it to about 50 minutes to go, you only need that one pit stop.
Oh,
Now-
Ottenbacher was hard into the tires into turn 6. He just took the toe back to the pit stalls. He
Ooh.
glued those tires.
Yeah, I don't. Oh yeah, just skid right past him. Just completely dodged the turn, unfortunately.
There's a lot of people having quiet nights out here. Mainly the 250 Dale Green sitting in the top 5. That is in Audi. I believe he's the top running Audi in the field. Gone Broke Racing on the car, and putting together a solid performance. A little bit of damage to the front left of it, but
Yeah, he's
Hey,
also
guys.
our highest running Canadian.
Heyo. Got a battle going on right now on the track right now between the 10th and 11th position right now. Up in 10th is Brian McGreevy, the 68, battling the 11. This is for position. These guys are trying to do the best they can, stay in front of all these other cars. Going down the backstretch now into the bus stop.
yeah, we had a brown pants moment there with the 250 and the 49 loop coming out of turn 6, and dude, but that was very, very close.
That was the 59, I believe. Let me see. Let me check. No, the 52. I'm sorry. The 52 of Sierra Reed almost got hit by Wendell with the 250 behind him. So that is what happened there.
Yeah, another guy having a quiet night there at 52. I mean, he is a lap down on the field, but still keeping it pointed in the right direction. So he's doing something right.
Yeah, you are correct. A lot of these drivers just trying to do the best they can. Jared Morgan now just finishing his pit stop. He is off pit lane now, trying to get back up on the track. Right in front of him as he comes out is the 34 of Chris Beck in the 13th position. So that'll give you an idea of where on the track he stands, coming through the horseshoe right now.
Yeah, almost lost another lap to the leader. The leader's got the 59 and Mark Rediker right behind him. That's going to leave only 6 GT3s on the lead lap right now.
Yeah, I really am obsessed with looking at these brakes right now. I mean, if you look at Jack Johnson and you see those brakes are glowing red. It's almost what you would see at on a cup car at Martinsville or something like that. I mean, these brakes are just glowing, and it's phenomenal on these darker paint scheme cars.
And looks like Jared Morgan taking over the 34 before the bus stop. Spotters complaining about cold tires and being a little hurt. which he does have a little bit of right front damage to that Aston Martin.
Yeah, I'm still watching Mike Franklin. Trying to get through traffic right here. A lot of traffic. 68 of Brian Peavy in the way right now. Much slower car than obviously the leader of the prototypes right now in the 82 of Mike Franklin. You're going to get out of the way as the car comes back on track. That spun out. That is the 18 of Seth Alberts. Trying to stay to the left right here and not get into the middle of the track right now.
Seth Alberts not having the race he was expecting at all, sitting P31 on the board.
Those riding shotgun cars remind me of a bottle of lemon pledge. Just throw that out there.
Yeah, okay. So we are, looking through the field. Looks like everyone is mostly keeping themselves clean at this point. Yeah, most of our GT3 cars are going to have one full pit stop still to go. If they haven't pitted yet, they're going to lose a lot of time, at least a lap and a half to everybody else. And that's what's really going to group up this field, and a lot of these lap down GT1s and prototypes are going to close the gap dramatically. So here in the next 5-10 minutes, we should see a complete reset of what's going on this racetrack.
Yeah, guys, I want to point out something that happened while we were talking. The 82 of Mike Franklin, he has passed Jared Morgan. That's significant because we now have the leader of the third class passing the leader of the second. So that's very significant. We have Mike Franklin just on a tear trying to get past all these drivers. Now, Jared Morgan did do a pit stop, and that allowed him to gain all of that time, but still, he is making up quite a bit. 3 laps down still, but he's coming.
And let's see, Mike Franklin. He's running about anywhere between 137 138. GT3s are running. Jack Johnson's last lap was a 146.6. So you're looking at about a gap of right around 8 seconds a lap that Mike Franklin is making up on Jack Johnson, roughly. But the GT3 pits are only about a minute and 30 seconds long. So, I mean, he'd be able to get 1 lap, but then he's got to come back around another 2. So,
And will the HPDs need one more pit stop or no?
I believe they do, because he's only pitted 1 time.
And by my math here, I'm looking at about 10 seconds per lap spread. Oh, no, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong numbers.
Yeah, right now, just to dive deeper in, I mean, as specific as we can get, Jack Johnson's last lap was 146.611. All right, Mike Franklin's last lap was 138.558.
Make that a 136.889. He just passed the start-finish line.
Yeah, now he's logging more laps. I mean, he is killing these times right now, which we expected. I mean, it's not a surprise how fast these drivers are going. What's a surprise is if they're going to be able to get up here and pass our leaders that have been running multiple laps ahead. So this is getting interesting right now. So got the battle between 9th and 10th between McGreevy and Fuzon right now. The 11 and the 68 going through the horseshoe. Bumper to bumper, it could not be closer. The 11 has been trying to catch that 68 for quite a while now. Can he finally get the pass completed? We'll keep an eye on this.
Yeah, working
McGreevy
hard.
making a mistake. Got to be careful there.
One thing I do want to correct myself real quick. I had said that Dale Green was the top running Canadian. Actually, Sheldon in the 63 is our top running Canadian, sitting P2. I did not catch that he was of our great white northern brothers.
Hey, there we go. Yes, indeed. That's the way to do it.
And sitting on the Canadian tab, I just noticed that looks like the number 80 running P7 is also a Canadian. So it looks like we've got There's a handful of these guys up here running, so we are definitely being invaded by our Canucks.
And of course, Jack Johnson is doing a great job representing the West and the Mountain West Motorsports Club team right there. So doing a great job up front, logging some laps, trying to get as big of a lead as he can. He's got a 16-second lead on the over Sheldon in second position. So he's doing a great job. He obviously has his class beat. It's whether or not these other classes are going to be able to catch up, specifically Mike Franklin.
Yeah, and Jack Johnson is our sole West Club member in this race today.
Ooh, watching the 22. I'm sorry, the 270. Sorry, the 270 in the 22nd position. He just tried to get through all of those drivers and did an excellent job on the backstretch there. The 75 now trying to get behind.
Fifth. At fifth place, Ray Fournier coming in to take his final stop on the night. And here comes the leader, Jack Johnson, to pit road.
Oh, had a lockup in turn one there. That is the 124 having some troubles. The 75, Jeremy Morrison off track.
All right, let's keep eyes on these guys here. We got Jack Johnson. Looks like a couple of guys are coming in on the GT3s.
Yeah, Mike Franklin coming out of the bus stop right now, making up plenty of time. So keep an eye on that. Jack's still in his pit. We'll see how much time Mike can make up right now.
Oh, runner on the 24 car. It is the Tony Diamond in the 97, and the 18. No, Seth Alberts. Huge wreck on the around turn 4.
Yeah, Seth just came across the track. I'm not quite sure what he was expecting there, but Tinny had an excellent run on the outside, and Seth just came over and wiped him out. I don't know if he didn't see him, but massive crash.
And the 97 was the third place GT1 car. That was just, I don't know. Potter, where you at, bud?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Keeping an eye on this. Jack Johnson is still in pit lane right now.
Yeah, and
yes, go ahead.
I was going to say that, and Travis Henderson is in the bus stop, trying to get his lap back. And where is McFadden? Not McFadden, Mark.
If Franklin's just now back onto the NASCAR circuit, rolling through turn number 2 right now. So he's only gotten one lap back as Jack Johnson's exiting the pits right now. Wallachin still has to come in and make that final pit stop as well. It's been about 23 laps since he first pitted. So he's going to have to start thinking about doing that soon, because Jack Johnson's just going to stretch out his lead on him with these fresh tires here.
User left your
GT3s, you can push on the fresh tires. The GT1s and HPDs, no. It's like driving on ice.
GT3s, especially the Mercedes, are very friendly to cold tires. So he's going to be able to not have a speed reduction. Meanwhile, Travis Henderson looks like he's just behind Jack Johnson. Oh, sorry, Travis Henderson is coming through into turn 6, so he's quite a ways back. And Mike Franklin is coming out of turn 4 on the international dogleg there. So he is quite a ways back as well there. It's going to be hard pressed to catch Jack Johnson at this point.
I'm trying. If he can run 30 laps, yeah, he's got to come in sometime soon, because we still have 45 minutes remaining here in the race. The Blackbird 2.4. Mike Franklin just now coming on to NASCAR 1. Wallachin is just now exiting NASCAR 2, so heading towards the bus stop. I believe Mike Franklin's going to get one back the hard way here in about another lap or 2.
Yes, indeed. That was Jack Johnson passing the 250 of Dale Green. Dale Green he is in third position right now. So that was a battle between second and third. But of course, Jack Johnson just coming off pit lane there. So that's not surprising that it's going to get right back up to speed and gain his position back.
Yeah, 04 Nick Hunt on pit road right now, getting his final stop of the day in. Mark Redeker going to pass him for the 4th position, heading off into turn number 1.
Yeah, I wanted to highlight real quick the 96 of Jared Morgan trying to get through traffic right now. Up in front of him is the 52 of CR read. He is a slower car right now, so Jared Morgan trying to get through it. I just spoke to him over the radio, was able to listen in and respond for just a moment. He is having a really good race. He's excited about where he is. He's excited about what's to come. He's in a little bit of a battle here. 3 different classes right now, side by side, trying to get through all of the track as they can. But he's really happy with his car. He's had a little bit of troubles, but for the most part, really enjoying this race, and I think it's starting to show.
Well, I mean, now you got to think. I mean, we have literally, all right, who was it? Mike Franklin's 3 laps down, about to be 2 laps down. He's got 45 minutes to make up 2 more laps. So if you break it up, you know, you pretty much have 2 20-minute runs, you know, 20 minutes to get each lap back. And he's only making up about 10 seconds a lap. So he's going to have a real hard time.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah, he's going to have a real hard time trying to get it as he goes past our race leader right there, Mike Franklin, back to 2 laps down. Wallachin still in the lead at a minute and 12 over. Yeah, a minute 12 over Jack Johnson right now, who is in turn 1 as Wallachin's working his way through the bus stop and just exiting.
Keep in mind, though, 63 has to pit again. 63 has to pit again. So 63 will be coming in, so we really have to judge it based off of Jack Johnson, and Jack Johnson is now through the horseshoe. So I agree, it's going to be close, but if anyone could do it, it's going to be Mike Franklin. I truly believe that. I mean, he could hope for some trouble from Jack Johnson, but I think he's going to have to do a little bit more than that. So,
well, see, he's got to pit too.
Yes, he does.
So,
Franklin does have to pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my Excel spreadsheet here open. I was calculating how many seconds per lap, and yeah, I did not take into account that there would need to be a pit stop going, because it looks like mathematically he could catch him and get that first stop, but if he's gonna have to stop for fuel,
well, he put 32. Lap 32 was his last pit as he's trying to get around a GT1. That's 75. That would be second in class right there. But if he's pulling that strategy, he's looking at, you know, coming in about 10 laps. And that'll leave about 25 minutes left on the time card. So I don't know, man. He's running out of time. Needs to pull something off.
I mean, it's not for a lack of effort. We know this for a fact. I mean, he's doing a great job. I want to point out that Mark Redeker is technically still on the lead lap right now in 3rd, so he's doing a really good job, but I believe he still has to pit, as does our leader, so keep that in mind. Nick Hunt's still doing a good job in 4th. Really good race by him, and all of these drivers. Howard Wendell off track again there through the bus stop. Finally got back going again, but having a rough day right now.
Well, Wallachin is right behind Mark Redeker, so it's pretty much going to be a 2-horse race, depending on when Wallachin decides to come in. Jack Johnson working his way out of the horseshoe, had a car off right in front of him. I don't know who that was, but he's looking to catch these Canadian drivers in front of him in the Mercedes and the Audi.
Yeah, and if anything, this might be an advantage, the fact that Jack Johnson is in a little bit slower car, so it'll take him a little bit more time to pass drivers in front of him, whereas Mike Franklin doesn't necessarily have to worry about that. He can wait for the right moment and just, boost by these drivers. So if anything, that helps Mike out a little bit more, but still has to pit, so got to keep that in mind.
yeah, this is getting intense watching these guys. Mike Franklin getting around really fast here of Travis Henderson chasing down right now Chris Beck, trying to get some clean tracking, like some fast laps.
Yeah, we're expecting if Wallachin decides to keep on his strategy, we'll be seeing him in about 2 laps, which I would think the earlier the better for him. And maybe don't even worry about tires. 75 having a little bit of trouble there. He had to blow the bus stop to miss. Who was at the
49? Was it the 49?
686.
Oh.
And the 8.
Yeah.
So second in. Whoa! 75 just about got run over by 49 Wendell. That was pretty close.
Yeah,
And
again, our leader crossing the finish line right now decided not to pit this time by. So it's going to be close here. I wonder when the 63 is going to decide to pit and when Mike Franklin is going to decide to pit. I'm keeping a very close eye on that as Mike Franklin is sizing up Stacy Hunter right now. Stacy Hunter seated in 13th position, having a really solid race. I haven't seen much trouble from them. So doing as best they can to hang on right now, still 2 laps down.
And most of the cars that Franklin's going to be passing here,
Oh,
that will be
got
for
75
position.
around, guys. Sorry about that. 75 is around. I believe that is in turn 5.
Jeremy's just not having a good run right now.
I believe he had almost a little bit of help there. If it wasn't netcode, then it was very close with Leto. Ooh, and Leto right in front of him too, the 686. He was off as well. Everybody looks like they're back going here. And here's your leader. Actually, 75 is just right in front of the leader as well. Leader's got to navigate around the 686 and the 59.
Oh, yes, indeed. Watch in front of him. That is the 686. Got a little bit out of whack there. Got to be careful. 59 has said he's going to pit. That is the car right in front of our leader. They are on the same lap right now. Well, almost not going to be on the same lap because our leader's about to put him a lap down as Mark decides to enter the pits.
Yeah, Walliston's going to stay out yet again. This is lap 60. This is doubling his fuel strategy. I mean, he's got to be running pretty dry in the fuel tank right now. Doing a good job of keeping it under him though, because I know once these GT3s get light on fuel, they just want to snap around on you.
Oh yeah, they burn through so much fuel in such a big tank. The weight shifts so much better with the weight back there. But once you get on the brakes with that, with no weight back there, the ass is going to come around on you.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I believe the 63 would pit this time or next time by, but definitely within the next 2 laps, he should be pitting here.
Mike Franklin looks like he has just passed the previous leader, Jack Johnson. So it might be a lot closer than what we're thinking here. But I mean, I believe.
But he's still got to pit.
Still has
still
to
got to pit. Keep that in mind. No matter how close they are right now, he will have to pit. Now, granted, he'll take a lot less fuel than these other drivers, but still, ooh, as he goes side by side with the 11 right now, just trying to get through turn 1. The 11's not letting him go. There we go. He's got the boost going now. He's got to get going. He can't waste much time on these cars. He's got to pass him as soon as he catches them. And right in front of him, he's actually about to pass Jared Morgan again.
Yeah, he is a man on a mission right now, and he's got to be. He's up to 13th now on track. Still needs to make up a lap though. And looking at our leader, he is still not going to come down.
Wow, he is still out there. That fuel tank has got to be sucking dry.
And I mean, Jack Johnson's made up about 16, 17 seconds on him since he came out last time off of his pit. But in the other hand, he's done burn off about half his tires now because he's got, well, he came in about 3 laps ago. So, I mean, he's burning off a little bit more tire than what he should be trying to catch up to the 63 on the track. I'm pretty sure he's going to take over the lead, but
ooh, 11 blows the bus stop, guys. Sorry about that. Dennis having a little bit more trouble now.
That's in front of Johnson.
Yes, it is. Really unfortunate for him, just having some troubles tonight. Back behind them, John Odenbacher coming up through the field. He is in 29th position right now, having a decent night, 5 laps down. So he's gained some time. He's been having a good race, but with all of the traffic and all of the troubles, unfortunately just hasn't made up as much time as he would like. if I'm
Right.
correct, guys, it looks like we might have a battle brewing here between the 11 and the 80 of Eugene Wilkinson. That is for 6th and 7th on the track right now. Through the horseshoe they go. They'll be to bumper as soon as they get to this next turn. That is for position on the track.
Yeah, and still behind the 20.
Oh, got a spinner in 5 up in front of him. Ben Stover was off. We have Ray Fournier is off. Ray Fournier having some trouble. He was in 5th.
Ooh.
He just lost 2 positions to Dennis and Eugene there as Stouffer goes off again.
Let's see, 07. 07 still looks like he doesn't have any damage on the car. He's just
No,
a
didn't
little
hit
bit of right
anything.
side. But
Just spun, unfortunately.
great form right there. And looking at that 420, that 420 has seen better days.
Yeah, you can say that, absolutely. There's a couple of these drivers just having a rough night, and some of it not to their doing. I mean, some of these guys just had bad luck.
Okay, now I think, excuse me, I think Wallachin is messing with us, man, because he's working on his 32nd lap of this fuel run. I mean, I can understand the different mapping, but I don't know exactly how much that'll save you.
He's from the days of Thunder. He's got the extra gallon of fuel hidden in there somewhere.
I mean, maybe that's what it took to what it's taken to beat Jack Johnson, because I mean, we've seen Jack putting some bad laps down, man. He's gone extremely fast. His last lap, he just crossed the checkered line right there into turn 1. His last lap was a 146.44, whereas the 63 just ran a 147.50. So we see,
right,
someone's
leader.
in front of the leader. Oh, that was close. A little too close.
Yeah,
to the
That's
cover there.
Jeremy
At
Morrison in
75.
the 75, and he's trying to
correct.
get forward.
He's got to go. There's cars coming. Cars coming. Oh my goodness, a line of cars. Oh, going backwards. Got to get
right,
turnaround
yeah.
here. Nope, another car's
NASCAR
coming.
doesn't like that.
Another car's
Oh my goodness.
Guys, got to be careful here. That is a 686 of Jeremy Leto.
And here's the leader.
Oh my lord, that's. Whew.
Yeah. Let's see,
User left your
63.
Ooh, Mike Franklin off a little bit there, having a little bit of trouble through the bus stop. He's got going again, so he's back up to speed. He didn't spin, just went off the grass, overshot it just a little bit. He's still in 13th position. He's about to gain another spot here on Chris Beck. Chris Beck is in pit lane.
And 63 on pit road. He's been down here for a couple seconds now. Now, I didn't think about this. Now, you can't get fuel and tires at the same time, but he only needs about a half a run worth of fuel. So I wonder, and he's gone already. No tires. Jack Johnson is still back here in NASCAR 3. That might be the move of the race there, folks. Them tires are going to be screaming, though. He's going to be extremely slow. I mean, he was already a second off pace. And depending on how much Jack Johnson can get up there, as Mike Franklin has already passed Wallachin again. He's only a lap down. Things are starting to heat up, folks.
Yes, indeed. Mike's going to get going here. I mean, oh my god, this is going to be close. This is absolutely going to be close. Mike is running really, really strong laps right now. A 138 last time by.
And 63, just now going into turn 5. Jack Johnson is coming out of the International Horseshoe as we speak. So that's only probably about 25, 30 seconds on track. That's doable for that 20. 20 has been running at least a second faster.
Yeah, the
than that
battle has them
63.
at 15 seconds apart. So keeping an eye. I mean, it is going down. We watched battle for position between first and second, and that ticker is going down rather quickly. Jack Johnson is making up this time.
The big advantage the 63 is going to have about 5 or 6 lap fresher tires. Actually, we're looking at about 8 to 9 lap fresher tires than the 20. That'll put Nick Hunt back onto the lead lap, as well as Dale Green actually just got passed by the leader. So he's going to remain a lap down.
Well, I think just for a moment he does have, he's not letting him pull away. He might get his lap back here.
Mike Franklin is in the International Horseshoe right now. Wallachin is just now hitting the start-finish line, and Jack Johnson is just now coming out of turn 4. I believe he can do it. I don't believe Mike Franklin is going to be able to do it. We got 30 minutes, just under 30 minutes remaining here in the Blackbird 2.4 in the Pacific Majors. This is the Sportsman Split, and you are watching this on OCTV. And I believe iRacing.com/live. I think we have that. Nope, never mind.
Just kidding. But yeah, the 20 of Jack Johnson, I think, is the car to watch right now. He's we just mentioned it was 15 seconds. It is now down to 12 seconds and going under 12 seconds. So Jack Johnson, I really truly believe, can catch Sheldon. Sheldon is going to have some trouble. He doesn't have fresh tires here. So keep an eye on Jack Johnson. He's coming back, and he's coming back with with a vengeance.
Yeah, only 13 seconds on track right now, separating the top two. And here comes Mike Franklin into pit. 82 to pit lane right now. Lap 62 on his schedule. Leaders are working lap 64. See how quick his pit is, though. Leader is out of the bus stop heading into turn 4 right now. So if he's going to do it, he's going to have to get it and get it while getting's good.
Yeah, Jack Johnson's coming on fast.
Here comes your leader to the stripe. Mike Franklin still on pit lane. And I believe the leader just, yep, there goes the leader. So that's going to put Mike Franklin back to 2 laps down. Actually, I don't even think he's going to come out before Jack Johnson. Lee Johnson just hit the line.
Doesn't look like it.
There he
He's gonna
goes.
struggle to go off. All right. He's coming into turn 1. So is Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson through turn 1. They're going to be racing off pit road. So he'll get by Jack Johnson, but he is still a lap down. He's 2 laps down to our leader. So this is going to be close to impossible, I have to assume, unless we have some troubles from our leader. But still, that's a little bit of a stretch unless both of them get into trouble here. As for the other class, Jared Morgan's still doing a really, really good job at leading that one. He is in 16th position, but just went down a lap to our leader in the 63.
Oh, we got a couple cars off in the grass in front of our leader. It looks like Leto and who is that? Randy Webster in the 42. Haven't called his name that much tonight. He's still got the HPD in the grass right now, trying to get it back to the apron on the track, and he's having a difficult time.
A little bit. Oh, our leader having some troubles there.
Ooh, that was Leto too.
Yes, indeed. Almost got wiped out, really.
Yeah, I believe we might want to come back.
Oh, here we go. Mike Franklin passing the 20. I think he's just going to be, if I had to guess, about a lap off. A lap off when we get down to it. Like I said, if they have some trouble, fantastic. If not, it's going to be tough.
As these GT3s burn off that fuel, it becomes tougher and tougher to keep the back end planted. So if Johnson hits any kind of bobbles, that will give Franklin an opportunity.
He picked up almost 4 whole seconds that last lap, Jack Johnson, on Sheldon Wallace in here. He's coming. They can see each other now on the right at the horseshoe bend.
Yeah, between them is Mike Franklin, so he doesn't get a prettier picture between himself and second place. So gotta keep an eye on that.
Oh yeah, Franklin's gonna get him coming onto the backstretch right out of turn 6. All right, here comes Franklin coming onto our leader. Mike Franklin needed to get a lap back from Sheldon Walshin right now.
Yeah, so that's going to put Mike down 2 laps, I believe, from 3 to 2.
That's going to put him from 2 to 1, actually.
Yeah.
2 to 1, I apologize. Yes, you are correct, 2 to 1. I was waiting for the
That's going to be a tough
update,
one.
but yes, you are correct.
And when is Sheldon going to pit?
Sheldon he already did. He did not
Oh, he
take
did.
tires.
He just did fuel only.
That's what you get for going to
Yes,
get a
really
salted
quick
pretzel
pit
from a
stop.
freaking concession stand, man.
Sorry, my computer keeps locking up. I've had to reboot twice already in this race.
All right, here comes the gap at the line. Jack Johnson.
Yeah, Jack Johnson coming
Made up
right
another
now.
second.
Oof. Yes, indeed. I think he can get there. I think he can absolutely get there. He has plenty of time left. But getting past him is another thing.
We're only looking
I
at
don't
about
think he's going to give it up easily.
Are you kidding?
just at the 2-hour mark, 24 minutes remaining. We're only looking at about maybe 12, 13 more laps here tonight. So
Yeah,
he's
and
got
quick
plenty of
shout out-
time.
Yeah, quick shout out to the 04 of Nick Hunt and the 250 of Dale Green, the other two drivers on the lead lap now. They gained their lap because of Sheldon not taking tires. They were able to get past him rather easily. So big shout out to them for being able to hang on there.
And yeah, Jack Johnson shaving off time. He's this whole race been superior to Sheldon through the infield. Sheldon, excuse me, reverse that. Jack is faster on the outside.
63 is missing a lot of. Oh, never mind. Okay, it just refreshed. For some reason, it showed him without his hood and without the front clip, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I think iRacing just wants to make it a little bit more exciting. Sometimes it'll fool you every now and then. But yeah, Sheldon out of the bus stop here, and Jack Johnson just right behind him. I'm telling you, he is coming. They're not wasting any time here, man.
Mirage. And
Yeah, they just got LaRon right between the two of them.
on board with the Jack Johnson here, the number 20 ride here. Got rigid on the car. Looks like he's with the Midwest Motorsports team.
And again, Jack Johnson, our sole competitor out of
Mountain
the West stable. Oh, watch it. You can see the brake smoke happen up in front of him. These guys are feeling the pinch.
And looks like
Yeah, to be fair, he is the only driver out of the club, the West Club.
Oh, LaRonde spins in front of him.
Good avoidance there. Look at that.
Woo. Because we weren't having enough fun.
Right?
As I
Who
was
needs
saying real
drama?
quick, Jack Johnson is alone in terms of club standing. He's the only West member. However, he does have a teammate on the track in Mark Rediger, both of them a part of the Mountain West Motorsports Club team. So doing a really good job and has a teammate out there, although may not be able to help him because Mark is currently Mark's back there a little bit in ninth. So not able to help him really, as you can't really get any help in road course racing, but they're both doing a really good job, and Jack's just trying to make it through here.
Yeah, I'd say the only way that he can help him out is if the 59 attached a cow catcher to the front of his car and got in front of the 20 and just plowed through everything in front of him. And Jack's getting passed by HPD here. Sheldon using a lap down car in, where are you at? Dan Garber there, another Merc. Using him to draft, going to maintain the gap at 3.2 seconds.
Guys, I want to highlight a battle real quick. The 11, Dennis, and the 80 of Eugene battling right now. This is fourth position on the track. The 80 going to dive down into turn 1 and get that position. Can the 11 drive off? No, he can't. Was going to try a crossover move, but wasn't going to get there. The 80 takes that position. That is 6th on the track. Oh, 11 coming back here.
Oh, there's a wreck in front of the leaders. Somebody off, and they're back on the track now. I believe it was that blue car. Leader under fire from HPD here. Gonna take that turn wide right there.
Very wide. Yes, indeed. That was Mark McFadden in the 24th position, the 48 car. Oh, now who has the draft? We got Jack Johnson trying to take advantage of Dan Garber now.
Yep, that's going to be a nice, good slingshot coming down the backstretch here.
Yes, indeed. Gonna get into the bus stop real quick. Try to get through it as easily as they can and use the 44 as the drafting tool. The 63 has a few cars in front of him, but he won't be able to draft off them right away. And Jack Johnson's actually going to decide to pass the 44. 44 letting him go.
And 44 sitting 3 laps down right now, back in 23rd. Garber not exactly having the best race, but looks like he's used his fast repair and got his car pretty clean here. Looking at the line, the gap back to the 20. Jack Johnson is only 1 second behind the 63 of Sheldon Wallachin. We still have 18 minutes to go, close to 19.
Yeah, and for those keeping track, Sheldon, the 63R leader, just now into turn 5, and Mike Franklin, now in 10th position, is going to get himself a top 10, but he is just now into turn 4, I believe. So he's really, really too far behind at this point.
Yeah, Franklin's just coming on to the front stretch, heading to the start-finish line. Or, excuse me, back to the dog leg.
Here we go. Battle for the lead here. Jack Johnson has finally caught up to Sheldon Wallachin, working their way through turn 5. Look how deep he drives it in there. Battling coming off of NASCAR, onto NASCAR 1. He's going to have a good draft. He's going to catch him here. I think he'd be wise to wait until after the bus stop to do something here, because he's going to have the time, but 63 is going to have to brake a little bit earlier because he did not take tires on his last pit stop. So 20's definitely got the advantage in grip. 63 had the advantage in track position.
Now, do you, if you're Jack Johnson, do you settle in, sit right behind him, and just let him overdrive and make the mistake?
Well, if I was vindictive, I'd just sit behind him and just pass him coming out of turn 4. But I'm not that kind of guy.
Well, I think if I get a say,
You mean kind of like what he's doing right now?
I say pass him as soon as possible. And he's trying. He's on the outside right here, but it looks like the 63 is going to have the prime position into turn 1. He's going to brake real quick. Ooh, 20 going to hit. Oh, right in behind him. See if he can do something of a crossover. He won't get up to speed in time.
No, I think he's going to let him just get the position and come out of 6 onto NASCAR, back onto the NASCAR and going into 1. Oh, wait. Spoke too soon.
He threw the nose in there, but not going to be able to
man.
make it.
He's
Here
got
we
that
go,
drive
drag
off,
racing. The drag race to the kink here. This is
Gonna-
not where you want to be
gonna come
side by
through
side.
4.
Nope,
Yep.
nope.
Yep.
63
Sheldon
is
let-
going to let him go a little bit.
There we go. He made it through going into turn 5 right now. And here goes the 20.
Great
20 is starting
battle
to
for
pull
the
away.
lead. That was impressive.
Now he's got to keep that position. The 63 has got to hope that the 20 makes a little bit of a mistake here. He still has that chance. 63 going to carry it wide outside that corner. Try his
And
best to
look
keep
at the
side of him,
gap.
but it's going to be tough.
The gap has already opened up to at least a second back to the 63. I believe that is going to be the nail in the coffin as long as the 20
Stays clean.
stay out front, stay clean. He has got this. We got just under 16 minutes remaining. We're looking at about 8 laps to go. But
Yeah, and I want to
63's making
highlight,
up.
while that was happening, the 11 got back past the 80. Now the 80 is back on the 11. These guys have been battling all night, and they are not giving up. 15 minutes to go here, and they're still going at it. As Drew Lalonde gives them a little bit of blinkers in front of him. Yeah. He's just having a little bit of fun, of course, as Drew Lalonde will do.
And let's go back and see if I believe still your leader in the GT1 96, Jared Morgan. And Mike Franklin is leading the HPDs, but the one thing about the Predator format is there are no class separations. We're just telling you, you know, where they are on the track compared to where the GT3 leader is, who is ultimately leading the race. So, I mean, basically, they put them all on in a perfect world, they would all finish on the same lap.
Yeah, of
correct.
course.
Yeah, it's how the Predator
is-
format is set up.
Which is how it's supposed to go. But of course, you can try to make it as equal as you want. But if in the end the prototypes have a couple more spins or have a difficult time going through a certain corner and GT3 is clean, then of course they'll never catch them. So
Right.
you never know.
And that's what the difficult job with Michael Liette that he's got to take on is mathematically figuring out what that spread is supposed to be. So he takes every day's official practice, averages out the different classes, and tries to figure out where that sweet spot's going to lie. Now, is it perfect? Absolutely not. You don't know until you qualify, and then the splits are done. You just don't know who's going to be where, and if there's going to be one or two fast GT3s or one or two fast GT1s or one or two fast HPDs. You just don't know. Whoa, right in front of your leader looks like another car's going off.
Ooh, they're happening. I think that's a 75
Yeah, that was
there.
75 again, unfortunately. The 75 just towards the end of this race is having a terrible time. And
Yeah, and Sheldon is less than a second away, so he is not falling away.
All right. Well, was he hiding in the tank there? Maybe he switched his fuel map back. Has got more response to that Mercedes. Running for Gone Broke Racing. But your leader, Jack Johnson, making sure he's keeping that 63 in his rear view mirror and not out the windshield.
Oh, sorry. Oh, wow. Someone off track. I don't know where in the world they were going. I don't know who that is. They flew all the way.
That is Brian P. Greene in the 68 car.
Good. He went all the way across the track.
Oh my goodness. He was all over.
How did he get there? All right, through turn 1, he completely cut out turn 2, went over turn 3 and got out. Oh my goodness, how did he do that?
He almost hit Mike Franklin. He hit the dirt on the first S and about took out Mike Franklin, who's already
got another
up
battle
P8.
here, guys, between the 34 of Chris Beck and the 199 of Chris Branson. That is for position on the track. That is 12th and 13th. So we've got a couple of battles toward the end here.
And guys, right now, Jack Johnson's trying to put a lap onto Dale Green, our current P4 car, while Sheldon is closing back up the gap right behind him.
Well, that just goes to show, I mean, Dale Green last time around was 1 minute and 45 seconds back from our leader, who has stretched out his lead to 2.5 seconds. Got somebody around in turn 6. It looks like they are out of the way. Yep, we good. We good.
Carry on, my wayward son.
Didn't catch the number, but we apologize for that. But we're trying to keep track of quite a few drivers here, as it looks like having another battle going on for 10th and 11th right now. The 52 of CRE trying to get on the bumper of Eddie in the 15.
It looked like they are clubmates right there. Canada drivers, I mean, putting on a strong showing here for the first road course race of the Pacific Major season. Only the second race, and Canada and the Plains clubs are the newcomers to the Pacific Majors. A lot of Canada in this split, though.
Yeah, that's always good to see, though. A little bit of different teams you may not always get to view, and the 52 will take that 10th spot. So that's really important to keep, because that is the 10th position. That's the last car that gets the top 10 here. They're both a lap down, but having a really good race. Also want to highlight Mike Franklin is up to the 7th position right now and is actually about to pass the 07 of Ray Fournier for the 6th position, and there he goes flying. Really, Ray Fournier not able to do much with those difference in speeds, but Ray trying to hang on for the 7th position right now.
This is going to be a lot closer than it. Well, yeah, he's still got to come around again.
Oh yeah, he's still got to go around
yeah.
again.
He may
Unfortunately,
get his
it's
lap
going to be
back.
about a lap off.
Just under 10 minutes to go here.
These poor guys are just driving the little hearts out. Mike Franklin, huge props, racing all the way back up to 6th. He will catch the leaders and get by him, but man, he's not gonna be able to get up to the lead.
Yeah, in fact, he's actually catching someone,
The
or
80.
trying to catch someone in the 5th position. So Eugene Wilkinson is in 5th, and it looks like Mike Franklin will easily catch him. So that's another spot for him. Top 5 easily.
Easy. Yeah, he'll get Dale Green. Nick Hunt's not that much further in front of, or excuse me, Dale Green isn't that much further in front of him either.
Yeah, so I think it easily gonna get a top 4 here, which goes to show Dale Green just went a lap down, which means if Mike Franklin can get to Dale Green, I mean, he'll be the first car a lap down, and that goes to show you exactly what's happening here. Just a phenomenal amount of speed from Mike Franklin, but just going to end up coming 1 lap short.
Yep, that Predator format just didn't balance out the way he was hoping.
Yeah, and it'll be 1 lap exactly, because if you look, Dale is right behind our leader. So if Mike catches Dale, that goes to show you this would have been coming right towards the end here if he was just 1 lap closer.
Yeah, he just took over from Eugene Wilkinson in the position 5.
Yes, indeed, crossed the line just now. Dale just got through the horseshoe, so they're getting through it. Oh, the 63, guys. The 63 just got taken out in the horseshoe. Apologize. Oh, wow. The 686 absolutely just burned that corner and took out the 63.
Oh, no.
It don't even look like he hit the brakes.
No, I don't think he did.
I mean, these things do have ABS on them, but yeah, that 686, 28 laps down. Definitely having a extremely rough night. But I mean, it don't even look like he lifted, man. Never lift.
Well, that's one way to address it. We see Mark Walsh going by our leader right now, trying to dive in there in the bus stop. Mark Walsh trying to make up as much time as he can. He just earned a lap back there. He is now 3 laps down in the 16th position.
Yeah, he may move up a little bit more in the running order as well. Yeah, he's not going to.
Oh, who was that? Just went hard into the bus stop. That is Jerry Morrison in the 75. Just lost it going into the turn 9.
He has crumbled. He was leading the GT1s at one point, and ever since he lost that lead, he's just been all over the place with that car. He's going to take a tow.
And I tell you what, Dale Green went down a lap, and he is just not letting Jack Johnson out of his sights. He's hanging on to that spot as they go through the bus stop here.
Mike Franklin up to 5th now.
Yeah, his next position is Dale. Dale coming, looks like down to turn 5, I believe. So yeah, this should easily be a top 5, and he'll get the 4th position in just a few minutes, I believe. He's got 5 minutes to go. I think he'll get there. They're out of turn 6. And Mike is just going into turn 6, so he'll be able to catch up here.
We're either looking at about either 2 laps or 3 laps left in the Blackbird 2.4 here at Daytona. Jack Johnson is your leader by over 13 seconds over the 63 of Sheldon Walliston, who put on a great effort. Just that last pit stop, might have wanted to take the tires there.
Just both rears would have helped.
Yeah. Oh, big wreck in front of the leader.
Oh, man.
That was the 34, Chris Beck, going to take a tow out of the bus stop. Wow.
Yeah, everyone having a little bit of troubles towards the end here. Unfortunate for him though, because he was having a decent race there.
Well, Number 20 might want to go play the lotto.
Yeah, Mike Franklin can see Dale Green now. Dale Green into turn 1, Mike across the line, so this is getting close. This will be, I believe, your biggest battle towards the end here.
And this is battle for position 4.
Man, this would have worked out so perfectly if the HPDs were released about a minute earlier.
Just one lap. Exactly one lap it'll end up being. I mean, we might see him pass our leader and gain his lap back, but that just unfortunately will not be enough. But it would have come down to one of the most exciting races, again, if he was just one lap closer. And there you go. That's in his sights. He'll easily make the pass this lap here. They're gonna get up to speed. You see that? Oh yeah, he's giving him a little blink, letting him know he's there. Away he goes. He'll get his lap back with 3 minutes left. He would be passing for the lead if he just had one more lap to his name, but unfortunately, just able to get that lap back. And again, a hell of a job by Mike Franklin. You cannot do it. I mean, I think I saw one bobble, and it wasn't even a spin. It was just a soft, overpass of the bus stop. So, I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. He tried his best. He put the, had as much speed as he could possibly get out of that car. It just wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, besides maybe 1 or 2 laps towards the first half of the race, I mean, Franklin's been running consistent 37s, 36s, maybe a 38 here or there. And Jack Johnson, on the other hand, I mean, if he was in the shooting range and his lap times were his grouping, I mean, he'd have everything dead center mass. I mean, overall, he may have about 6-7 tenths of a second variation in all of his lap times.
Yeah, it was just very, very well done by him. You can't stress that enough. They've all had, your top 5 really have all had a fantastic race, able to hang on there. I'm going back through the field, and it looks like a lot of our drivers are not really battling for position. I mean, we have the 52 of CR Reed holding that 10th spot behind him. About a second behind him is his competition, but I don't think Eddie will be able to get there. Chris Branson in 12th right now is your last car, 1 lap down. We only actually have 2 cars, 2 laps down. That is Paul Geringer and Mark Walls. And they are not close enough. I don't think Mark will be able to get there to challenge him for the 13th position. But other than that, that's really what it looks like right now. Everyone else is 3 or more laps down, so they weren't able to get there.
Yeah, we should be getting the white flag here next time by for the 20. Dak Johnson out front dominated this race. Between him and the 63, they pretty much led every single lap, sans 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'm seeing the 11 of Dennis led a lap, but I believe that was just during pit stops, as well as Chris Beck led a lap, again during pit stops. But other than those 2 drivers with those one lap each, it was Sheldon with 26 and Jack about to cross the line at 51. It'll be 52 by the time he gets back.
And we did not get the white flag there. It might pop up halfway during this lap. We only have 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining on the official race clock here. Just under a minute.
Yep.
And
that's, oh man, just got to make it around those cars getting together in front of him.
Yeah, if he can bring it on home, hit the start-finish line here the next time by, that should end the race. We should be getting the white flag sometime here soon.
Yeah, shout out. Mark Walsh was not able to catch Paul, but I apologize. Paul was able to catch the car in front of him, who was Chris Branson. So that was a spot he just gained into 12th. Chris back to 13th. So that was a battle. Of course, 2 different cars, and Paul basically just drove by him like he was standing still. So it was really easy to miss that pass. But these drivers are doing the best they can to hang on. And again, a big shout out to Jared Morgan, easily going to be able to bring it home as the first driver in his class, doing a hell of a job this race in 18th.
Yep, not a bad finish for Jared. Good for him.
All right, the race clock has ran out. Still don't see a flag here. right, here we go. 20th Jack Johnson working his way out of NASCAR turn 4. That if this is it, this will do it. The race is over. Checkered flag out for Jack Johnson and number 20 winner here in the Blackbird 2.4. You hear the
There go the
fireworks going
fireworks,
off
yes,
in the
indeed.
background, making his way through turn 1 and gonna go celebrate with his boys here. Your winner.
Drivers spinning in front of him as if he needed the 97, of course, off track again, smoking. But a hell of a
big
race by the
cluster through
20.
one. Oh, congratulations, Jack Johnson, Sheldon, Nick Hunt. Again, condolences for your loss, but man, congratulations. Top 3 finish. Mike Franklin, teammate, right in 4th. Man, that was a fantastic charge. Ended up about a minute and a half short.
Yeah, we're keeping up with Mike Franklin now. About to come through the... looks like he might be coming through the bus stop now. And so we'll get an accurate time as to how far behind he was. That'll tell us how he almost got there towards the end. And again, did an excellent job. He didn't do anything wrong. Maybe 1 or 2 small, and I mean small bobbles. But it just wasn't able to get unleashed in time. As he dodges the 124 of Travis Henderson. Across the line he goes. And the final time was 1:16:53. So a minute and 16 seconds behind our leader was the first prototype.
Yeah, that was
Mike
that was
Franklin
amazing.
made a really off-color move there to get around the last couple of guys there coming to end the race for him.
Absolutely. It was very well done by these drivers, doing just the best they can to get through. And of course, big congratulations again to Jack Johnson with an excellent drive. So congratulations
User left your channel.
to him and the Mountain West Motorsport team.
Yeah, there he is trying to burn it down. Make sure you turn that trash control off, buddy. There he goes.
he's doing, look, he's enjoying himself, and that is all that matters. Oh man, big congratulations. What an excellent race, and in the end led 52 laps. So really well done. I am extremely proud of the 20. Again, your winners for the separate classes, although they don't count, they're all in the same thing. I just want to update you on that. Jack Johnson in first. Of course, our winner, Mike Franklin, almost getting to the end, finished 4th. He was the first prototype across the line. And of course, Jared Morgan, the 96, finishing in the 18th position.
All right, and here are your unofficial results here for the Blackbird 2.4 at Daytona. Jack Johnson, number 20, your winner here. You got Sheldon Wallishin finishing in P2. 3rd went to Nick Hunt. Mike Franklin in 4th. Dale Green is going to round out your top 5. Then you have Eugene Wilkinson in 6th. Ray Fournier in 7th. 8th went to Mark Rediker. Dennis Fuzon in 9th. And Paul Geringer rounding out your top 10. 11th was C.R. Reed. Eddie Busiri in 12th. Sorry about your name, bud. Chris Branson in 13th. Mark Walls in 14th. Scott Wanbaugh in 15th. 16th went to Jeremy Testar. Mark McFadden in 17th. And Jared Morgan in 18th. Gary Nichols 19th. And Stacy Hunter would round out your top 20. And 21st went to Tony Tenney. John Ottenbacher in 22nd. Drew Lalonde in 23rd. Dan Garber finishes in 24th. 25th went to Stephen Paulison. Brian McGreevy in 26th. 27th, Randy Webster. David Sharp, 28th. Chris Beck, 29th. And Travis Henderson in 30th. Howard Wendell and Jeremy Morrison in 31st and 32nd. Robert Lalonde in 33rd. 34th went to Ben Stover. Jeremy Leto in 35th. 36th was Seth Alberts. Danny Resser in 37th. Trevor Vavrovsky, 38th. J.D. Snyder, 39th. And in 40th, with Scott Kukas, Michael Yet in 41st, and 42nd is Nicholas Harrison. D. Palmer did not start and do anything, and he's going to finish 43rd, but hey.
That's one way to do it. That's what you got your finish. May not have been what you wanted, but you sure as hell got your finish. We do have one driver with us in the team speak. Luckily, we were able to nab Jared Morgan. He's been patiently waiting and biding his time, and he did come home in 18th position. But we'll go ahead and pull him up as the first finisher in the GT1 cars.
User was moved to your channel.
Jared Morgan, your chair is on.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, great job today. You ran a great race. You ended up P18. How'd you feel out there?
A lot more comfortable than I expected it, to be honest with you. I wasn't so smooth in practice, but the race turned out to be real nice.
Hey, you didn't have too many issues on your own. We did see you looped it going into one. What happened to your car there?
On which occasion?
I think you had a wheel hop or too much brake going into one about midway through the race there.
Yeah. This car doesn't have an auto blip for the downshift, so I have to manually do it. What happened was I either didn't sync the throttle correctly or I just didn't give it enough, and it just came around on me.
User left your channel.
All right. Well, hey, you had a great race. We're very, very proud of you. What do you got to do shout outs for out there?
Got to thank everybody at Dairy Queen. They do have permission for me to run this car. Friend of mine, Minnie's Art Commissions, been backing me since the start of the season.
User
Volt
joined
Vapes
your
as
channel.
always, and Next Level RC Pro of Roseburg. Without them, it wouldn't be worth running.
Well, great job, man. We appreciate you popping in here and for racing the Pacific Majors. Good luck to you out there. Look forward to seeing you at the Daytona 500.
10-4.
Fantastic. Again, that was Jared Morgan finishing in 18th position for the Turn 5 Sim Sports 96 car. And we do have someone special in here for an interview. It is Nick Hunt, who was our third place finisher, finishing on the podium
User was moved to your
with an
channel.
excellent race. Nick, how do you think your race went?
Oh man, I am tickled to death. I didn't expect that at all.
Nick, man, we were rooting for you the whole day. I know we ran the special lap 11 for you and for your family. Our condolences to your loss there.
Oh, I appreciate it, and while I've got a chance here, I want to say thank you to Off Camber TV and everyone that ran paint schemes, to honor my daughter and donations, any of that. I just appreciate that so much.
Well, yeah, man. Hey, at that, I'm glad to have you. We're glad to offer what support we can do. Let's go back to the race here real quick, though. Man, you ran a great race, minimal issues. What was going on? What was your agenda this race?
Stay on the track, not get any penalties, and try to just stay clean and try to move up by attrition. I'm not that fast, so it was just try to be consistent and not make any major mistakes, and I was able to do that. So I just worked out for me today, and I'm really surprised.
All right. Well, hey, great luck on you. I know we saw some riding shotgun guys. Mike was right there. He was coming down, and it's a top proto. Man, he was on a rampage.
Yeah, it seemed like just every few minutes he was going by me, and I thought, oh man, the next time by I'm gonna start seeing red in my relative screen
Right.
box, and I kept waiting for it to show up, and it didn't. And I just I was telling some of my teammates, just like, am I missing something here? I got the checkered flag, and it says I'm third. I'm not used to that, so it was a good race. I thought it was clean. For my part,
Right. Oh.
I didn't see a lot of bad driving or anything. It seemed like a good race.
Yep. No. Overall, a lot of self spins, but for the most part, ran really well. So hats off to you. Great points finish for Pacific Majors points racing, and hopefully we'll see you again in the Daytona 500.
I'll be there. I appreciate it.
All right. Good luck to you and your family, man.
All right, thank you, and good luck to the winner, or congratulations to the winner.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to find him and pull him in here.
User was moved out of your channel.
I want to second that. It was an excellent. He said that he wasn't very fast. I disagree, because early on in that race he was passing cars left and right to get up to that top 5. So I beg to differ. I think he had an excellent race, had a lot of speed in that car, and again kept it clean. I mean, we had a couple of spins in front of him, so of course he gained a few spots out of luck, but I mean he was fast and he kept it solid. I mean, Jack Johnson was fast, but if he had spun himself out and lost the race, it's just the way it is. Doesn't mean he wasn't fast, just had some bad luck. But of course Jack Johnson didn't, and he came home first.
Yeah, Jack Johnson, Sheldon, Nick all laid down fantastic lap times. Impressive run. I mean, over 2.5 hours right there running. That's focus. That's dedication to your craft. That's just really good stuff.
Yeah, I have to agree. Unfortunately, weren't able to get a couple of guys in here for interviews, but very thankful to the guys we did. And again, congratulations to Nick Hunt finishing on the podium in 3rd. Shout out to Sheldon finishing in 2nd, and Jack Johnson, of course, finishing on the top spot as our winner for the 2.4 at Daytona. Really, really well done by him. And I think my final thoughts are it was a hell of a race. Quite exciting at times. Had a few near misses, a few not so near misses from a couple drivers. But I think overall it was entertaining to watch and very well done. Again, one less lap, and it would have been a hell of a finish for Mike Franklin, but just wasn't able to get there at the end.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of great racing, some phenomenal battles going through there. Some unfortunate luck for a handful of guys, but man, everything entertaining race. I hope the fans out there watching got to enjoy it as much as we did. Let's see again. Jack Johnson, amazing run. Sheldon, almost strategy paid off. And Franklin just needed to come out of that pits one more minute on that Predator handicap. But hats off to all the competitors out there. I'm looking forward to the Daytona 500. Wes, what you got?
I mean, it was a great race. Like you said, if those the Predator format was about a minute earlier, I would think that Franklin would have had a shot there. But I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. It's racing, a lot of holdups back in the back of the pack, and that's just the way it goes. Congratulations to Jack Johnson. Ran a great race, and pulled out W. So congratulations to him and his team. Hope they're out there celebrating right now, and that's pretty much it. Let's see. I believe our next Pacific Majors broadcast will be somewhere along the lines of the week.
I think it's 2
before.
weeks.
I think it's the week before. Yeah, it's February 26th, Daytona 500.
Oh, we got a lot of time then.
Yeah, that will be basically 4 weeks from now. That's the weekend after the actual 500. No, that's the weekend of the actual 500. So yeah, definitely going to be interesting there. And then about 2 weeks after that, we will have the 2 hours of Sebring with the same classification of car and the same Predator format. So that's going to be definitely interesting. If you want to come and check us out Thursday night, we broadcast the Northwest Truck Series that goes live right around midnight Eastern, 9 o'clock Pacific time. But
and then yeah, who else do we have there? Don't we have another league starting up on Tuesday nights? The ASRA.
Yeah, that'll be starting in the middle of February. It will coincide with the actual Truck Series schedule. That's the ASRS Truck Series. That'll be on Tuesday nights. I believe those will start at about 9 o'clock Eastern.
That's going to be fun.
So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So, for Donovan Johns, Katie Reed, and Tony Knuckles on the ones and twos tonight on the production, I am West Mess. Thank you for watching, and we're out.